Hello. Roses are red, the fire of my heart is blue. Also known as the Scarlet Queen, the harbinger of order, leader of justice. I am Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame. Lovely to see you, Lovely! Oh my gosh! It's finally time. We're gonna be watching the Challenger Cup! Well, I mean, it's been going on for a while, but we're gonna be watching, the top 16 compete. Holy moly! How exciting! We're gonna be watching the top 16! Everybody's been battling it out. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yes. But yeah, the duel of the so it's the Challenger Cup, and it's a tournament happening, a community tournament. Yeah. Oh my god. And there's been so many people. Oh gosh. There's been a top 256, a top 128, top 64, top 32, and now top 16. Guys, oh my gosh. Did any of you play? Josh Docko. Josh will be here soon. Josh will be here soon. Don't worry. Oh my god. It's so cute how y'all have really enjoyed Josh being here. I love it. You sound better now. Yeah, I'm tons better. Like I'm a smidge under the weather, but I'm like, oh my god, heaps and bounds better. Heaps and bounds. All right, let's see if we can spectate some stuff. Oh, I don't think we can yet. Maybe we can. Oh wait. Staff. Which table do I view? Is there a certain table I view staff? Staff, who am I listening? Maybe. I do see some people in the tables. I'm like, which table do I click? All of them! Just randomly join different tables. Can we watch them all? We'll be watching lots today. Yes, all of them. All of them. I just sit on all the tables. I am here. Recognize any names still playing? Let me see. Let me see. Well, it depends if some people are using different names in this game. But I guess we'll see. We'll see if we recognize any names. If there's any Bloodflame Kingdom keeps playing. Wow. Oh, there's more people joining. You guys can't see it. I'll switch in a bit once I know which table I'm joining. And stuff. Oh. I think only 20 bets are left. Well, the fun thing is that I didn't know until this, you know, this whole shindig happened. That this so there's like a regular Challenger Cup like runs every week. I was like, wow, that's really cool. Yeah, Konami run that every week, and you just gotta be part of the Discord and sign up. I was like, oh. Like, no lie, I was like, oh wow. But this is the Titan Challenger Cup, so it's just slightly different. Yeah, every week. Yeah, I was like, damn. That's like a fun commitment. Also reminds me of like friends who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like in person, who used to talk about going to like clubs and things, and how their club would have like weekly card games and things. So it's quite sweet. Brings the community together, you know. Yeah, going to a local game store. Yeah. Yeah, when I found that out, I was like, oh, that's really nice. Yes! Come hither, Josh! I summon Josh in attack mode! Josh! Es ist Zeit für ein Duel! Man, this makes me want to play more. I'm like, I want to play. I want to play. Oh. Hi, Josh.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
How's it going?
Good. Yeah, I'm excited to see the top 16.
Yeah, well, we have already sat through a whole bunch of rounds. We've started with 256.
Yeah,
we're down to just 16.
It's crazy. Yeah, there's so many people. I was saying to the chat, it's so nice that like this like community like Challenger Cup happens. It just happens every week. I'm like, whoa, that's so cool.
Some weeks they got multiple of them.
Oh damn.
Yeah. I mean, they're quite frequent and they get quite big sometimes. So it's very fun to have this sort of opportunity to both cast and play.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
And we're gonna watch along. I don't know. We haven't seen any Sprite Life Twin yet so far, unfortunately. But
what
we'll see if that
the frig? Nobody's been playing it. Wait. So which table do we go to next?
You can pick one if you want.
Any? I just go to one. Oh gosh.
Are you in spectate mode?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can just pick anyone to click, and then we'll go in at the same time, and then we can see. So which one you feel like?
Oh gosh. Let's go to 7. 7. Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Connecting. Seven.
Oh, you clicked from now. No, I clicked from the beginning. Okay, hold up. I'll catch up.
Can't believe it. So we got...
Okay. What we have here is the branded deck, which I don't think anyone in your invitational played, but it's a deck that relies entirely on fusion summoning.
Oh.
A very old school mechanic, one of the first ones they had, even back in the day.
Whoa.
Okay, so the card they just activated is Branded Fusion, which is the card the entire deck revolves around because it's very powerful. Because normally when you fuse, you know how you combine like 2 monsters in your hand or from your field to make a fusion monster. With Branded Fusion, you get to take the monsters just from your deck.
Oh. This music is funky.
Yeah, it's part of the. That's the Life Twin board actually. That they have.
Oh.
Yeah, and it comes with that music.
So some of the boards that you could have, you know, on your side and stuff has music that come with it.
Yeah, they have like their
Oh.
own soundtrack. Yeah.
Oh. Oh dang, that's cool.
Yeah, I like the Life Twin one.
Yeah. Oh. I'm digging
This
this.
branded deck also has longer turns than your Sprite deck usually.
What? Longer?
Yeah, believe it or not, there are decks that have longer turns.
I
than your
don't
Sprite
believe it.
deck. No, you'll see it. No, I mean, we've been here for a while. It's turn 1.
That's true.
Wait till you see their end phase.
Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah, a lot of their fusion monsters have effects that activate in the end phase if they are in the graveyard.
Oh.
So that's why their end phase can sometimes take a long time. It's like you think they're finally done, like here, they'll move to their end phase and now a whole bunch of stuff is gonna happen. Watch. Yeah, take your time jamming to the music. 'Cause you got some.
That's great. Nice little ditty, like Yu-Gi-Oh. I have some crisps. This is awesome. I'm learning as well. Seeing all these cards I haven't seen and stuff.
Yeah, you'll see that the branded deck is also particularly notorious for giving your opponent some gifts they don't want.
Oh.
Because they have a monster in the graveyard right now with the DDD Vice King Requiem, which if you control it, you cannot special summon anything but DDD monsters.
Oh.
And they just give that to the opponent in a second. Or I think they will do that. They have the setup for it if they want to do that. And if you don't play a DDD deck yourself, you just can't really summon if you have that card.
Damn, this is still their first go.
Well, not anymore. We have made it to the opponent's turn.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, this is the probably most played deck at the moment in Master Duel that they're playing is called Snake Eye Millennium.
I recognize this guy from the Exodia.
Yeah, they use that from the Exodia deck, but they put it in a different deck here because it's just the Millennium monsters are just very powerful in all sorts of decks because it's just a bunch of monsters you can just summon and they're
Right.
big.
Cold by the grave.
You know that card.
I know that card.
Yeah, so they're trying. Branded in red lets you add back a card from the graveyard and then perform a fusion summon. So they're gonna stop that by taking the card away that we're trying to add back. Which might stop them from being able to give them the DDD Vice King, which is definitely very good. You don't want to receive that card. Now there still is a lot of stuff left on the branded players field that they have to go through because Mirror Jade is the blue dragon up there is the one that lets them banish any monster they want.
Oh.
And Quem also, like there's a lot of branded can get very like complicated in terms of how it like interacts with the opponent. There's a lot of like if your opponent does this, you can do that, and then you can banish one of their cards or something like that. Like Quem is a card that says whenever a card leaves the extra deck, you can revive a card from the graveyard.
You've been blessed by the blossom.
Doing the branded opening here. I think they've drawn the Ash Blossom for a turn, because normally Ash Blossom is one of the best answers to Branded Fusion, and it didn't have it last turn. But it's still useful here. It just would have been a lot better last turn. All right, we pay another 2,000 to bring out Millennium.
Oh.
Right, we have to go to an early battle phase here, because otherwise we can't deal with that stuff. Because as soon as we go into the extra deck, the Quem is going to revive something back, and we're also going to attack the Mirror Jade. That's not going to go through.
Someone's writing, I imagine Josh is like the Jiminy Cricket of Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge on Liz's shoulder. Yeah, I'm Pinocchio. Someday I'll be a real duelist.
Well, I'm trying my best to explain these things.
No, it's great. It's interesting.
Of course, the decks that have made it all the way into the top 16 are some of the more the complex ones. But we've seen a lot of variety today. I assume that's also because a lot of your community has joined, which was very fun to see.
Yeah.
A lot of different decks throughout the tournament so far. Even though, like I said, no one has brought the Life Twin sprite, which I was a little surprised by. I thought we were going to see that somewhere. Well, it's not over yet. Maybe there's another one.
LiveTwins.co. Yeah, Josh said nobody has played it. Well, nobody he's seen.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched every single game. There may have been
how come
someone.
You didn't watch every game? What the freak?
Yeah, I watched 128 matches simultaneously throughout the top 256. There was no Life Twin sprite.
Fiendsmith.
Yeah, Fiendsmith Engraver is one of the most powerful engines at the moment. Engines is something we call those cards that we can put into like different decks. And the Fiendsmith engine is something that you'll see in a lot of different decks right now. The branded deck can't play it because it's not a fusion mechanic thingy, but in most other combo decks you'll find them. Fiendsmith Sequence also performs a fusion summon, but instead of from the deck like with Branded Fusion, with this one you get to return them from the graveyard.
Oh.
There's a lot of decks using fusions these days, but none of them do it like you used to back in the day.
Right.
Because it turns out that if you have to use like 3 cards from your hand to summon a fusion monster, it's a lot of like you're investing a lot of cards. So most modern fusion decks, they find some way to like trick the mechanic into working. Like you get the materials from the deck, or you can take the materials from the graveyard, or all the materials have effects that immediately replace themselves, so you get your cards back.
Oh, it's Liz. Yeah, that's me, guys. I am the princess. I've been demoted.
Oh, Promethean Princess? They call you that?
Everybody's like, it's Liz, because it's a fire lady with red hair and red eyes.
Oh, close
but
enough.
She's a demon. I'm a human. I'm not a demon.
It'll probably not be the last time that they'll be able to follow that. I think we're going to see that card a couple more times.
Fiendsmith has 0 summoning restrictions. Whoa.
Yeah, that is also something that a lot of very powerful cards have, is they will restrict you to being able just one thing. You've seen that in your Life Twin sprite deck. Like the Life Twins will say, oh, you can only summon, like you can do something really powerful, but you can only summon fiends for the rest of the turn if you want to do that.
Oh.
Similar to sprites having the same thing, like Gigantic Sprite saying you can summon a level 2 from the deck, but for the rest of the turn, only level 2 monsters. Right? So Fiendsmith is notoriously good in a lot of different decks because it doesn't have any of that. It doesn't say like, oh, just fiends or only fusions or something like that.
Right.
And for some cards, it's even retroactively the entire turn. Like Branded Fusion is even like the entire turn you can only summon fusion monsters. But with most of them, it's going to be like the rest of the turn, like with the life twins.
Oh, a witch is on there. You see, yeah, you definitely, because of all the connected cards, you see a lot of familiar characters, which is cool.
The entire Snake Eye DUEL style lore deck is like connected, yeah. And Branded also has a huge lore pool. Like there's sometimes they even have like different archetypes being connected in some way, shape, or form to other archetypes and stuff like that. Yeah. There's like 4 or 5 different archetypes under the Branded lore, and the same is true for Snake Eyes. And very often they're pretty good together. I wonder if they're going to be able to do 6,800 damage here. Oh no, wait, they're main phase 2 already. They had to attack, right?
Oh.
Those are, in my opinion, those are some of the most interesting games. Is when they have to go to the battle phase to be able to deal with some of their monsters, and they can't actually win on that turn. So they have to find a way, like instead of just doing enough damage to win right away, they have to find a way to make like their own board back and pass turn again. Which is also something that Branded is notoriously very good at, is like the follow-up turn. Because a lot of their stuff will trigger in the graveyard again and come back. So even though the Snake Eye deck at the bottom here is kind of popping off, they have to worry about, like, they can't win this turn. And so they have to be worried about what the Branded deck can do next turn.
Someone in chat is like, why is Liz playing Snake Eyes? Yes, this is me playing! See how good I am at this game!
You should just not have said anything. You should have just ran with it.
Yeah, I know this card. I put IP Masquerina down. Whoa, she's got a bike. What the frick?
You know, the funny thing is you did play this card.
Yeah.
It was in your sprite deck. You picked like the one card that we've seen so far that was actually in your deck.
Did you have a bike in the art this whole time?
There's okay, no, that one not, because that is the alternative artwork.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, I looked at all the cards.
No, the one you had looked different. Yeah, there's 2 artworks for that.
I had a moment of, no, I studied the cards. She didn't have a bike.
No, she did not.
She's a criminal. No, she's not a criminal. Is she a criminal?
I don't know the lore behind IP Masquerina. I think the evil twins are.
Can't believe it. Yeah, they're evil. Put them in the cell.
Right, this is not looking too bad for Branded, because what they have here is not all that much, I think, from the Snake Eye perspective.
Motorcycle in a card? Card games, motorcycles?
Seen that before.
Card
like
games,
a familiar concept.
Motorbikes. Who would play card games on motorbikes? That's crazy. That's dangerous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Card games on bicycles? Card games on tricycles? Scooters. That sounds good.
I'd watch card games on unicycles.
Ah, yeah. Actually, yeah, I would too, yeah. That would be interesting.
It is refreshing seeing Branded do so well, because it's, I think, the first time we're seeing it today. No, the second time, actually.
Oh.
You've seen A Branded earlier, but it's not. It used to be very, very common, but their fusion spell that I told you about, they can use the monsters from the deck, is currently limited, so you can only play 1 copy of it.
Oh.
The deck has a lot of ways to find it, so it's still fine, but then sometimes you just don't have it, and then it's rough. You've joined us for the longest game of the day so far by far.
Oh. I chose a great game. Seven.
Guys, let's go to table 7. It'll be a quick and easy start to the day.
So all the other ones have been a lot faster.
Some of them. We've had some very good ones. Actually, right before you joined was also a very good and longer game.
Oh.
But we haven't had as back and forth as this one. And Branded takes it. The underdog deck here by far. Definitely up against the best deck in the format probably. And they do take the first game here. So that is interesting. But it's not over yet. This is actually... We're playing best of 3 today.
Oh.
So they do have to win another game to advance. And there's also a specialty in these tournaments, which is that you're not locked into one deck. Like, you can switch decks between games if you want to.
Oh, you can? Oh, wow.
You can, yeah, you can. And the loser of the previous game also gets to decide whether they want to go first or not right now. So not going to be... Well, there's still going to be a coin flip because the game makes you flip a coin. But like, if they tell them in a DM, like... I want to go first or I want to go second, and then even if they win the coin flip, they have to do what they say.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
It's the kind of moment where you can maybe switch to a deck that is designed to go first or designed to go second specifically for this. Or to some of these decks, there are specific like counters. Like for the Branded deck, there's certain cards that will answer it. So if you expect your opponent to bring some of those now, you could switch to a different deck to throw them off and stuff like that. A lot of mind games going on, which I think is always fun too.
No, that is fun. That's really cool that you get to like have another crack with a different deck, and it's fun for the opponent too. Yeah.
This is also where the Tenpai Dragon deck often comes in, because the player that is now, they're expecting to go second now, so they might want to play that. Right.
Tenpai incoming. You want to go to a different table?
However you feel like. We can keep watching the same one and see what they do with it, or we can go to a different one.
I don't mind. I gotta wait until it says I can spectate again. But
yeah, they haven't started yet. They have now.
Okay, let's go. Let's go in from now. Yeah, let's go back. It'd be interesting to see if they change decks and all that.
Yeah, that's why I like to follow like one match all the way through and then see if we have time to check out some others. All right, so we have...
Tenpai senpai.
They might. Actually, they it's not Tenpai. They're playing 54 cards. That is always that's a very good indicator of it not being Tenpai. There's like some decks that'll like to go over 40, and some decks really want to stay at 40 to like maximize the chances of drawing certain cards. Like Maxi, for example, even though they destroyed in 54 anyways, like it's nothing. But no, Tenpai is a deck that, because some of their most important cards are limited, they do try to stay at 40 cards.
Wait, so even though you're allowed more cards, they won't add more cards? Purely so they get the correct... So how... what's the least cards you're allowed?
40.
Oh, so it is for... Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. 40 is the minimum and 60 is the maximum. And there's like some decks that'll make use of playing more cards, like the Branded deck. But then there's like, once again, if you play 40 cards, you have higher chances of seeing like specific ones.
Yeah, specific. Okay.
So for some decks that have like very important cards that they want to ideally have access to every game, they just... Okay. This is a downside of playing over 50 cards, because what just happened is they used Maxi, drew one card with it, then they used Triple Tactics Talents to look at their hand and take one important card away, and then they just couldn't do anything.
Right.
So they just passed turn, and they just passed back because they didn't have something.
You're listening to Master Duel FM. I have no idea what this tune is called, but it's a bop.
This is the Sky Striker board music, basically.
Where? Oh my god.
You prefer this one or the Lifetime one?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I like both for different reasons. This one is definitely battle music. For sure.
This one, I feel like this one is the one you can listen to for longer. The other one is a bop. You hear it for the first time, but once you sit there for like an hour.
The other one I'd listen to in the club, in the pub, in the tavern, you know?
Yes.
I'd be like, Bad, play the twins music. Play that ditty.
you go up to the DJ, you tip him, and you say like, you know the music that plays at Master Duel when you play the Life Twin board? Do that.
Yeah, play that. Yeah. Look it up.
All right, as long as game 1 was, this game 2 looks to be a little bit faster. We've got over 8,000 on the board. And now we're probably going to go to the battle phase and see if there's an answer. But I think they are about to equal the score. Also, this was a certified case of what always happens when I explain in between games why it's so interesting that people can like switch decks and something. The thing that always happens when I do that is both players play the same deck. Which is what they did now. Yeah. I always sit there because I talk about the mind games involved and stuff to bridge the time between games, and then they just.
Whoa. Oh wow, that was a quick one.
That was quicker. Yeah, that was due to the branded deck just not having a very good hand.
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably the whole having a better hand. Yeah. Dang.
It's like when you draw no life twins and no sprite monsters.
Yeah.
Kind of that's what happened to them.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I've been there.
We've all been there.
We've all been. That's the fun of this chess game. Gosh, this really makes me itch to play myself. I'm like, I want to play.
This is not the last Challenger Cup.
Oh, yeah, true. Like, hey, staff, put me in. It's time to do it.
You still have the German one?
Yes, of course I do. Of course I do. Yes, es ist Zeit für ein Duell.
Very good.
Thank you.
I'm not going to ask for the other languages because I can't confirm anyways.
Well, here, Josh, as you wanted it, like as you wanted them so badly. Here you go, the French. Il est temps de se battre en duel. Et tempo di duellare. Yes.
Yeah, that may have been correct.
Any Italians or French people in the chat can come. Was that all right? In Spanish. Es hora del duelo.
We have both duelists back at the table, so any moment now that spectate button is gonna glow.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice Italian. Thank you. I'm not doing it in all the languages. We don't have time for this. All right, from now, let's go.
All right, going first. 53 cards. I think we are unbranded again. And we start with a fusion deployment. It's a generic fusion support card that lets you reveal a fusion monster from your extra deck and summon one of the materials from your deck. Oh, you're familiar with that card?
Yes.
Are you?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I have indeed seen it. I remember its cuteness fondly.
Yeah, very cute. Yes. I love when all my cards get banished.
It's so cute when they get banished.
Yeah, it's very cute when they do that.
Just bring them out to show and then toss it away. That's what I do with Max Siege, remember? I just wanted...
You just toss it? Yeah. When your opponent special summons, you just go panic Maxi. Yeah, I like that.
No, I just wanted to throw it at them just to be like, see, I have it. I'm not going to use it properly. Ha!
Yeah, well, you can't even do that under Shifter because Shifter says all cards get banished and Maxi has to go to the graveyard to activate. So if you had a Maxi now,
that
you
little
couldn't
guy
even...
does all that? Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, I remembered...
Is he still cute?
Visually the card. I just couldn't remember what it did. Visually, I remember the little guy. Oh, the burb.
Luckily for Volgetel, the branded deck can actually somewhat function under Dimension Shifter. There's like some decks that will be completely unable to do anything. Then there's some decks that can somewhat do their thing, and some decks are completely unfazed by it. Branded is like somewhere in the middle of the spectrum there.
Dinosaur.
So this setup is going to be a lot faster than in the first game, but it's still not too bad. And we're also going to have to see what deck they're playing, because they have switched decks. The Dimension Shifter lasts for 2 turns. So their own turn will also be under Dimension Shifter, which means that you can only play it in decks that don't care about it, basically.
I recognize a card.
Yes. So yeah, the Snake Eye deck cannot play Dimension Shifter because otherwise it would have it to spend its own turn under Dimension Shifter. So like you'd be trying to basically skip your opponent's turn, but then you would also be skipping your own turn. So you're kind of like back where you started. Oh well, we know these guys.
Is everybody proud of me when I recognize a card?
Well, you're gonna recognize some of these. Because that is Tenpai cards.
No! I'm getting flashbacks.
That's a great reaction, though. That is a very relatable reaction to Tenpai.
It's the dragon. Flashback being destroyed in a few moments. Oh.
Sometimes one battle phase is all it takes for Tenpai.
Yeah.
Now, it is not as easy here because despite playing Dimension Shifter, Tenpai kind of needs its graveyard a little bit. So like it's a little harder to do things. Ooh, Branded Retribution is a good hard draw here versus the Genroku. So it depends a little bit on... They need more cards in hand to win here with the Tenpai deck for sure. Like what they have right now is not good enough yet.
Right.
Because at the moment they're missing a tuner. I don't know how familiar you are with the synchro mechanic, but that's what the Tenpai deck relies on. It wasn't present in your sprite deck at all.
Oh, okay.
So synchros are the extra deck monsters that are like the white border cards. And the way you summon those is by combining a tuner and a non-tuner, and that's just a property that a card has. Like some monsters are tuners, some monsters aren't. And you need to have like one of each, and their levels need to add up to the synchro monsters level. And we are in main phase 2 with Tenpai, and we know what that means. That is where no Tenpai player wants to be.
Yeah.
But branded is also kind of low on cards. And the next turn for Tenpai is going to be a lot scarier than this one. Or the last one, rather.
It might be a silly question, but do you need to like be like really skilled to learn the Tenpai deck? Or is it quite easy to learn?
I mean, I do think there's like some skill you need for every Yu-Gi-Oh deck, but it is regarded to like as some of the more beginner friendly decks.
Oh, beginner friendly?
Let's
okay.
phrase it like that. It's not that difficult because, well, I mean, the fundamental of it is just you're doing most of it off of just one card. So it's like you learn how to play out that one card, and then it's like a step-by-step kind of thing that you can follow, because you know, like, oh, this card gets me that card, that gets me that, and then that's 8,000 damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think there's like the same thing. You have to do the same thing that you did for your sprite deck, where you have to learn how to use your interactions with your opponent. Like when you have an infinite impermanence or an effect veiler or an ash blossom or whatever, you have to like understand where to use it on your opponent's cards. But that's more like a fundamental that you need for almost any deck in Yu-Gi-Oh. So the Tenpai core itself, I would say, is rather, I don't want to say easy, but like definitely easier than some other decks.
Well, you definitely worded it a lot better than my question with beginner friendly. Yeah, because that's what I'm wondering. Because obviously I want to play more. But what decks do you think is like good beginner friendly ones, but also very fun ones to use?
I mean, I think Tenpai is probably up there in terms of like if you're looking for it to be beginner friendly, but also just good. You know, like I mean. There's like a lot of decks that are quite simple, but then they might just not end up being very powerful because they don't like, if a deck is not very complex and can't do a lot of things, then it might just not be that great. For Tenpai, it's like simple but effective kind of thing. On the other hand, it's like one of the it's good to learn the fundamentals of the game. At the same time, it plays very different from a lot of other decks,
right? Because
it goes second. Like most Yu-Gi-Oh decks want to go first. And so eventually that's also like a skill set you want to learn, I think.
Well, what one would you recommend that's like fun but beginner friendly? Like you're like, wow, someone would have like the most fun with this type of deck.
I personally think at the moment you'd look into something like maybe Centurion would be an okay deck. That is also a synchro deck that tries to go first and has like for each of its cards, it can start playing with like 3 or 4 different cards, and for each of them it's just like one specific line you have to like look at of like 5 steps maybe. The same is true for a deck called Sword Soul. That deck is just a little older. I think right now what just came out and is also very fun and not that difficult is the Blue Eyes deck.
Okay.
So those are like all, I think, pretty good. Which are funnily all synchro decks. I don't know if synchro decks are, in general, a little easier. I've never thought about it like that.
I remember before we started this adventure, I really wanted to at some point I would like to learn like an Elemental Heroes deck.
Oh, Elemental Heroes is very fun.
Yeah.
But that is definitely one of the more like complicated decks.
Have you made a frog deck in Master Duel?
I have. Well, it doesn't have frogs anymore. The deck used to be called Paleozoic Frogs, which was like the best deck in like 2017. But now it's only Paleozoics. The frogs are not there anymore.
No. Not the frogs.
Because they the best frog is forbidden, unfortunately. Totally awesome is not allowed, unfortunately.
The frogs are extinct in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah.
And the Paleozoics are alive. Isn't that crazy?
Oh. No more frogs. Froggy.
I mean, they're technically here, but the best one is not. So.
Yeah.
No, totally awesome.
That's a great name.
That is a great name.
Look at my totally awesome card. It's totally awesome. Toad. And totally banned. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, change the name.
Totally still awesome.
Totally banned. Just put a sticker on your card. Banned, but still a mate. Ah. Totally awesome is your totally awesome toad for life.
It's technically still in Master Duel because you can have it as a mate standing next to you, like how they have Ray right now. The two.
So it's the little one that you've had before, like the little white one.
Yeah, that's totally awesome.
Yeah,
That's totally awesome.
Right.
It's like one big toad with a small toad sitting on its head. That's totally awesome.
Totally awesome. I see. You can have
we're
it
yapping
as your
about
pal.
totally awesome. Tenpai has done Tenpai things, and all of a sudden we're at 0.
There's the commentary. Tenpai did the Tenpai stuff. Nice one. Well done.
All right, so they will move on to the top 8. Only very few games remaining.
Top 8. Wow.
Yeah, very, very close to winning the tournament. And I'm just checking the timer. We got 6 minutes left on the round, so we might have just about time to check out one last game.
Sure, you let me know which one we're gonna join.
All right, why don't we jump into table 5?
Okay, let's go.
And you need to let me know if we go from now or from the beginning.
Oh,
Otherwise,
from
we're gonna be
now.
watching different games. From now, okay. I've gone.
Yay. Hacker voice. I'm in. Oh. Dragon.
Okay, so we have
Pies.
Tenpai doing Tenpai things.
Tenpai doing Tenpai things. Oh gosh.
Once again, Tenpai not doing Tenpai things though, because that is a main phase 2 in turn 3. Okay.
So because of these community matches, like every week, do you recognize names?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in here that I've seen do well or even win past tournaments. Like Mez UK here on top, the red duelist, was like in top 4 of the finals of a tournament like 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow. I was saying to my chat, I think it's really cool that like I didn't realize that Konami did it like weekly, and it reminds me of when some friends of mine used to talk about them physically going to like a card shop, you know, and playing with each other every week, you know. So I think it's really sweet.
I mean, it's a big part of the trading card game experience, is like having these tournaments. Of course, in Master Duel, you have like a ranked mode and stuff like that you can technically compete in at any time. But having this sort of like environment where you can like foster a community for tournaments and stuff like that is really, really cool.
It's
especially
nice.
because it's all just free and it's very cool.
It's free and join for fun, yeah. Draw and Luckbird. Oh, cool art.
It is a cool art, yeah. It is also not supposed to be on the field normally, because it's a card that you normally try to use from your hand, similar to like Ash Blossom and Effect Veiler.
Oh.
But they're just using it to make a Typhon here. Which is a card. This is like the enemy of Zeus.
I was about to say, it's like Zeus. Yeah,
it's like the lore enemy of Zeus, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
And he's pretty powerful. You can just summon it if your opponent has summoned from the extra deck 2 times last turn. You get to just put it on anything, basically. Doesn't matter the level, because normally for an Xyz summon, the levels have to match.
I'm a Zeus gal now, so that guy's my enemy too. Get out of here.
You like Zeus more?
Yes.
Yeah, I like Zeus more too. He's good.
Me and Zeus have been on some adventures together, so. We're pals. He's coming clutch for me.
Yeah, Zeus is very powerful.
Liz doesn't know. What do you want about? Liz doesn't know. I know where Zeus is now, guys. Where's the Zeus,
Where's the Zeus?
Liz? Where's the Zeus? Olympus? Well, you are correct. That Zeus is in Olympus. Yeah.
Not wrong.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Tenpai's kind of struggling here. They are not where they want to be in this game. Which is once again another main phase 2. So the deck at the bottom here is a deck that's it doesn't even have a specific name, but I would call it Bestial Control. Which Bestials is a series of cards which I don't believe were in any of your guys' decks in the Invitational. But the Bestials is a series of dragon monsters. They all have 2500 attack, and you can special summon them by banishing a light or dark from either graveyard.
Whoa.
So you just get to put a lot of like decently big monsters onto the field while also banishing your opponent's light or darks, which is very good against any deck that relies on light or darks in the graveyard. Like these guys are also the Bestials are pretty good against the Life Twins, for example, because you know the Life Twins are they're like light and dark.
Yeah.
So they would keep like removing them from your graveyard whenever you try to bring them back. Alright, 500 short here from doing enough damage, which is something they can potentially make up with the Fiendsmith engine in the main phase 2. Because the Fiendsmith cards do have a way to inflict damage. Because time is also running low on the round, and that is also a topic in these tournaments, of course. When the timer hits 0, the player with more life points wins the round.
These games would have like ranked timing, same as what we had the other day, right?
The players have an in-game, like their in-game timer. But there's also an external timer that's running, so the tournament doesn't finish like super late.
Oh.
And that timer has hit 0 right now. So the player with more life points should be winning unless they have extra time. Like sometimes if someone has like, if they have like some sort of like someone's late or whatever, they might have extra time. But usually when that timer hits 0, they just have to stop playing and the player with more life points will win.
I see.
Which is probably what they're figuring out right about now. Which is why nothing's happening right now. Or like they keep doing some stuff, I suppose. But unless there is a time extension we don't know about, they should be winning here. Anyways, either way, this is going to be over shortly because they are in time. I think this is the moment where when you spectate, you sit here and you just wait for them to figure it out because they're probably talking to each other like on Discord.
One of my gods wrote, I don't think chat thinks Tenpai is totally awesome at all. Gods.
I mean, there's the community is a little split on Tenpai. Some people think it's too powerful, and they don't like playing against it. And then some other people think like because going first is typically so relevant and so present in Yu-Gi-Oh, that it's good to have like a representative of a going second deck that's actually viable. because they don't often are. Like there's some decks that want to go second, but most of them are not that good. So they think like it's a good thing that we have a deck that wants to go second.
Right.
So there's both sides to every.
Are there many that like many decks that like you really like are a bit like Tenpai that you really want to go second? Is it?
There are some that are similar, yeah. They have like a similar concept, but the thing is the Tenpai is the only deck that does it like very consistently off of just one card. Because there's a few decks that like, because when you go second you have one extra card and you do have a battle phase first.
Yeah.
So there's like most going second decks try to take advantage of that by like winning the game on that turn. And like most of them are not as efficient at doing it like Tenpai.
Oh.
Okay, so technically Tenpai just showed off that they were able to win the game this turn. If they had extra time, they will move on. If they didn't have extra time, then technically the other duelist should have won in time. But we'll let them figure that out.
We'll let them figure it out.
But yeah. So here now the top 16 is finished, and we just wait for the top 8 to start, which normally doesn't take longer than like a couple minutes. Yeah, the announcement has just been posted in the Discord server. They start playing in 2 minutes. So this is where sometimes I take a small break, or I just wait for the next round to start if there's not much not much time to bridge. So whatever you feel like, but it will start in like 2 minutes, the top 8. So in these kind of situations, I usually don't take a break. I take a break if there's like maybe like 5 to 10 minutes expected wait.
Nice.
Up to you.
I mean, I'm just chilling. I mean, I got like some snacks.
Okay, so what you're saying is you don't need a break.
No. I was prepared. I was prepared to like enjoy this tournament whilst snacking and drinking my soda. This is exciting.
I mean,
like
these
legit, I'm like having a great time.
They are 3 games away from winning as well. Top 8, top 4, and then finals.
God, yeah, that's crazy. Holy moly. This is so fun to watch. It's fun to watch with everybody too. I'm glad that Konami was like, oh, stream this, you know, because, you know, me and my community get to see this as well. So, yeah, this is cool. Very cool, very cool.
Well, I'm glad you're having fun.
Yeah, I'm still like, I am still flabbergasted that this happens every week. I'm like, wow. So
yeah.
A lot of organization each week.
Bigger than this. There's a team version of it, a 3v3, where you get to play with some friends.
Oh.
You sign up as a team, and then it's like the 3 of you versus the 3 of your the 3 on the opponent's team, and you do like each versus like I don't know what the word is, like you have to play each of them, and then it's basically a best of 9 because it's 9 games total. Oh,
you do 9 games? I was about to say, do you still do 3 games, but you each take
yeah, that's also the format they use at the World Championship. The World Championship is not a solo thingy; it's a team tournament.
Oh.
So it's they have a Challenger Cup with the same sort of format.
Oh, right, I see. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's really fun. You get to like, you get to team up with your friends and that's so nice. Wow.
Is that cuter than Dimension Shifter, or?
I think it's I don't know, just in general, like is it cuter than that card?
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to Dimension Shifter, how cute is it?
I think it's I have to say, I think it's this whole community like games, and then having the extra games where you team up with your friends. I think that is cuter than the card.
Okay. I'm glad you said that.
I think it is cuter.
All right, our top 8 has begun.
Oh, okay.
If you want to pick one of the tables. Table 1 currently not occupied. I think they're missing one opponent.
Let's
the other 3 have
go
started.
to... Who haven't I watched? Let's go to table 3.
Okay, yeah.
From now. Ooh.
Oh, okay. That's not a very common sight these days anymore. A set monster.
Oh. Do you think maybe it's because of the hand they had?
So this is likely not what they wanted to do, but that they were hit with. If you look at the opponent's graveyard, there's a card in there that's called Molcharmi Fuvalos, which is basically Maxi Light. Oh, they're playing my favorite deck.
Oh.
The plant deck.
I do like this art of this evil seed.
They have cool art. I'll give them that. Oh, Maxi is very good against plants. That deck special summons a lot.
I feel like my friend Shiori would like this art.
Of the Ragnarika Evil Seed?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, so setting monsters is most likely not part of their strategy. It's just because they're trying to take it slower because either their hand wasn't great or because the opponent used Molcharmi Fuvalos, which is a card that lets you draw cards whenever your opponent summons from the deck or extra deck. So maybe they just didn't want to commit too much into it.
It's a fairy. So cute. Another fairy! Is this a fairy deck?
Well, they're all plants technically.
Oh.
But yeah, the Arrow Mage, Aroma Seraphie stuff has a lot of that art style, I think. And Rika too.
Oh.
That's how I react all the time when I play against plants too. Oh, it's Blue Eyes. I didn't even catch that. The set monster was Master with Eyes of Blue, so we're seeing Blue Eyes here. Blue Eyes versus Plants was not on my bingo sheet for today's tournament. Those are two... I mean, the Blue Eyes deck is kind of common right now because it's relatively new. But the Plant deck you don't see that much of anymore. Okay, so the plant deck is typically a deck that tries to do some very fancy combos, but under Maxi, where your opponent draws a card every time you special summon, they have to do something a little bit slower here, which is setting up their field spell, Rika Konkon, which has a very unique mechanic to it, where a lot of their spell traps require you to tribute a monster. And the field spell says once per turn, instead of tributing your own monster, you can actually tribute your opponent's monster. So a lot of the time, like it's supposed to be a cost to activate your cards, right? Like tribute a monster and then do something. The field spell turns it into additional removal as well. Right. So they have the plant duelist has a trap right now that lets you tribute one of your opponent's monsters and then take control of another one. But now it's Blue Eyes time to try and do something here. They have found cards to play. They either have chosen not to last turn or they've found the right cards. So Sage with Eyes of Blue lets you search a level 1 light monster. And they make a link 1 with that. That's a new card, Spirit with Eyes of Blue, which lets you search the Blue Eyes field spell for free. A lot of decks have their own field spells, you know this?
Oh yeah.
And Mausoleum of White is the Blue Eyes one. It allows you a second normal summon. And it also gives you access to the Blue Eyes White Dragon because you can send it from your deck to the graveyard.
I remember.
And the deck is like full of ways to get it back.
I mean, when it comes to field spells, the one that comes to my mind first is like the Toon one.
Toon World?
Yeah.
Funnily enough, not a field spell.
Wait, is it not?
No, it's 100%. Everyone thought that, and but in the card game, it's a continuous spell that goes into
Ah.
like it's you activate it and it stays, so it kind of works like a field spell, but it is not one. But it's 100. I get why you'd think that.
Yeah, that's what comes to mind first. But it's not even a field spell. Oh wow.
But tunes are, funnily enough, I think tunes are most of the time also a going second deck, but they're not as successful as Tenpai at it.
Hmm.
And they do have a field spell. It's called Toon Kingdom, not
Oh, Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. It's upgraded Toon World.
Yeah. Kingdom, yeah. Kingdom mention.
Another Liz reference.
Oh, it's because I call my kingdom the Bloodflame Kingdom. So they were like, Kingdom?
We'll find in all sorts of references.
Yeah. Elizabeth Toon Bloodflame. What?
Going to battle phase relatively early here. Trying to attack over the Mudan, and now they do the thing that I told you about earlier. This trap normally says tribute a plant, and then you take control of the monster. But because of the field spell, they were able to tribute the opponent's monster for it. But Maiden of White has an effect when it's targeted, which is summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from the graveyard or a level 1 Light Tuner. Also, the green symbol on the Maiden of White is the symbol for Tuner, so that means that they can make a synchro with that card.
Oh.
That's a massive Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. And that's a massive cross out for it.
That's when you use that card properly. Unlike me, I just... that guy.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's just when your opponent uses a card that you also have in your deck, you can stop it.
Yeah, the cross out designator. I was just like, I never use this guy.
Just ignore when you have it.
I never use him. He's just there to look pretty. And I like his little animation. Sometimes I just use it just to play the animation.
just to see the sword. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. It was very important here though, because the card that they stopped with it was going to destroy their True Light, which is the face-up trap they have. And that card is both very important to Blue Eyes and also very bad if it gets removed, because it gives them value every turn, and it also, when it's destroyed, it destroys all your own cards. So it's like a double-edged sword. It gives you a lot of advantage, but if your opponent gets to destroy it, it also takes down all your monsters. And they were trying to destroy it, and they saved it with the crossout designator.
They used him correctly.
They did, yeah. And luckily they had the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit in their own deck, because that's the requirement for it. You do need to have the same card. And not everyone is playing Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, so it's very good for them that they have it here. All right, Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon is the signature Blue Eyes Synchro monster. It's a level 9 Synchro, so you combine the Blue Eyes White Dragon with a level 1 Tuner, which makes 9. And itself, it can tag out into any Light Dragon Synchro from your extra deck. A lot of flashy animations when you play
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of flashy animation. Whoa.
Alright, let's see if Rika can do anything about this with just 2 cards.
princess.
No, that's just a tree.
Tremendous. put this tree down in attack mode. And it looks pretty. Oh, it has a face in it.
Does it?
It looks like it kind of looks like it does, yeah.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, it has a face.
I've never looked at it.
It's all bark, no bite though. It's 0.
It is 0, but it is actually not supposed to do like it's actually supposed to lose battles. That's the thing with it, because its effect is if you take battle damage, you can gain that damage back and then special a monster from your extra deck. Which is why they're running into this massive 4,000 defense monster right now. But they are stopping that with an infinite impermanence.
Oh,
So they basically just took 4,000 damage for essentially nothing.
dang. That plant has a sword.
That's why they're stopping it. With the ultimate spirit dragon can stop a card once per turn.
I feel like the lore for that card was like, what do you got there? A knife? No! It's very
I
memey.
love that one. Yeah, I like that
Who
one.
gave the plant a knife? Whoa.
That looks like a very convincing Blue Eyes win to me. Well, I mean, I say convincing, and they started with a set monster, but they still somehow miraculously turned this around.
Oh yeah,
And,
it's true. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
This was the game where they started with a set monster, but they were able to turn it around by resolving a maxi against plants, which is very, very good.
What? Electro.
Oh, they did the thing. You get the special animation if you attack for game with Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, you need to do it specifically with Blue Eyes White Dragon to get that animation.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool.
Little Easter egg in the game.
Is there a few monsters like that? If like that?
I'm pretty sure Dark Magician has one.
Oh.
And now my chat would have to tell me if there's any others. I know these two definitely have it.
Come on, Schmidlings.
The god cards. Oh, they're saying the god cards have it too, like Obelisk, Slifer, and Red Eyes Black Dragon might also have one.
Oh yeah, my chat is saying God Eyes and Red Eyes. God
I
Eyes?
haven't
God
seen those,
Cards?
though.
God Eyes?
Well,
That's
they still have to
Raura.
make God Eyes. They haven't made that one yet.
Oh no, I mean my Injustice, my team, there's Raura who has the God Eyes. Sorry, I think that's why it came out of my mouth. She has the God Eyes. She
I might
has
have just given them an idea
wonderful
for the next
eyes.
like boss monster.
Yeah. It's Raura, big cat. Big pink cat attack.
All right, I would like to go into that match again because those were
Sure.
two very very unexpected decks. So these duelists are apparently playing some very cool stuff that no one else is doing right now. So that's I'd be interested even if they do the same thing again. I'd like to see it, but if they have other tricks up their sleeve, I'd also be interested. So. All right, table 3. Both duelists have returned. Loey just won game 1. And we'll see how it goes for game 2.
Yeah. Purple haired guy.
And once again, as soon as the thing glows, we go in.
Every time I see this purple haired guy to the side, I think it's Haka. It looks. Guys, look at this. It looks like Haka. Keep seeing this like icon in the corner of my eye.
There it is.
Who's the purple haired guy in the icon? In the
oh.
Max 4K. icon?
That is an Orchist card, which is a deck that they're playing actually.
Oh.
It is called, I think it's Long Gearsu, or just Gearsu. I'm not sure.
Yeah, someone said that's my boy, Long Gearsu.
The game has started.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Spectate from now. Oh, CC deck. Oh. Oh. Tenpai.
It is Tenpai, yeah, but it's up against a very hard matchup for it, which is, I mean, it's probably Labyrinth, which is a super trap focused deck. Like for some decks, if they just set some trap cards and pass, it's going very badly. For Labyrinth, that's exactly what it's trying to do.
Labyrinth, come in.
So the card that they have revealed in their hand is called Lord of the Heavenly Prison, which you reveal it in your hand, and as long as it stays revealed, all your set cards cannot be destroyed. So that's preventing the opponent from just getting rid of any of it.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna try to just use it here to stop Tenpai from doing its thing. You see the live twin tune if you listen to this for the first time. Very good.
Oh, no, it's great, yeah. That's something good with Master Duel that I've noticed is that, like, yeah, the music, all the music has been great.
They have a lot of good ones, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Terrors of the Overroot is a very flexible removal trap that targets a card in your opponent's graveyard. And okay. Oh, that's just not. Okay.
Ooh, cool animation.
So, yes, it does have a cool animation.
Red reboot.
Yeah.
When your opponent activates a trap card, negate the activation. If you do, set that card face down, and then they can set one other trap card directly from their deck. Oh, interesting.
But
for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, your opponent cannot activate trap cards. You can activate this card from your hand by paying half your life points.
did you just okay? So you made the surprised sound at the cost of the card.
Yeah.
Which I feel like it should have happened at the your opponent cannot activate trap cards for the rest of the turn, because that's all our opponent has is 5 trap cards, and now they just have to watch Tenpai do its thing.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, they all have trap cards now.
They have 5 trap cards. They can't use any of them, and this card. If you draw this card against Labyrinth with Tenpai, you will just win, essentially.
Right.
It's like a silver bullet that works specifically against Labyrinth, which is interesting in a way because they kind of predicted what they were gonna do, because that card is not good against the plant deck.
Yeah.
If they had just played the plant deck again, that card would not have helped them. But they kind of predicted the fact that they would bring Labyrinth and brought Red Reboot.
Gosh. Huh. Yeah, because I had the card like fully on full screen. I didn't really see all the trap cards, because that's why I was like, oh god, life points. And then when you were like, look at the field, oh no.
I mean, it is a steep cost. It is a steep cost, but not if you're winning the game that turn.
Yeah,
that's like kind of the thing with those cards. Is like you're happy to pay half your life points if it means you can just do all your opponent's life points in one turn. All right, that was a quick one. That was a 2-0 win, actually. So they will move on to the top 4, and we're gonna have to choose a different match for
well done.
our top 8. We're gonna continue watching.
Good job, everyone. Wow. Okay, shall we go into the table 4?
Okay, yeah, you can go in. I'll just quickly check what their current score is.
Sure.
Like I'll
From
check out.
now,
Okay, so
let's
we
go.
have so far. There's 1 win for Anestis, so they are up 1 game. Which means that for this game, Abo gets to go first.
Hmm.
And now you're gonna see the Snake Eye Fiendsmith Millennium deck in action. I mean, you kind of saw it in action against Branded earlier, but now they were able to go first and do their thing, it looks like. Oh, I see what happened. That's an interesting thing. So, like, you know how when your opponents activated Max C, I always told you immediately negate it if you can?
Mm.
So, something similar happened here. They had Moltrami Fuvalos, which is basically Max C, and they didn't have a way to stop it, but they used the card called Droll and Lockbird that you've seen earlier, which says if your opponent adds a card from the main deck to the hand, you can discard it, and then for the rest of this turn, neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand.
Mm.
So they've kind of stopped the opponent from drawing more cards, so they could keep going.
Whoa.
But then they also, like, it applies to both players. So, like, you also have to, like, it's not as easy because some decks really need to do a lot of, like, searching. Like, for example, the Sprite deck couldn't do that. Like, because the Sprite deck is really like, I summon one card, it searches another one, that searches another one.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to do the Droll and Lockbird thingy to Droll and Lockbird yourself.
Little sleepy guy. I've seen a few people mention a deck called Infernoble Knights.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about it?
I don't know. What do you think of that?
It's not very popular. I guess they want you to know about it because it's a lot of fire warriors.
Oh, fire! Oh, cool.
So I think I think they just find it fitting for you, I suppose. 'Cause
Ah.
It's like the whole gimmick of the deck is they're all fire warriors and they look like fire warriors too.
Oh, cool. Kakui. Fire Knights. Ooh.
Yeah, they're basically fire knights. Yeah, that's essentially what they are. Yeah.
Oh, neat. It's strong but hard to play. Oh, it's a hard one. Oh.
It's what we would call a combo deck, like a deck that's like trying to really do a lot if it can. So it has like pretty long turn ones, and it's like it's one of the when people say difficult combo decks, it's more like there's some combo decks that have like some guaranteed stuff you can go for, and then there's others that you have to like make stuff up on the fly because it's more about like combining different cards in different ways.
Hmm.
And I think Infernoble is one of the latter most of the time.
Don't tell her about Flame Swordsman. I remember Flame Swordsman.
But yeah, also for that one, it is quite literally in the name what it is. Like that. Like once you've thrown that name out there, there's nothing else I have to tell about the Flame Swordsman. Because guess what that guy looks like.
No, I remember him. That's one of the ones I remember. Flame Swordsman.
Well, he's also got his own deck now. There's like cards around it and everything.
I didn't know he had his own deck though.
Yeah, that's fairly recent, I think. They've been doing that a lot, like giving some old school cards some love by turning them into a like whole archetype.
Oh, that's cool. Flame Swordsman.
Like new Yu-Gi-Oh sets are like a mix these days of like sometimes they'll make like completely new archetypes, and very often we'll get what we call legacy support for like older cards. Where they just either add more cards to an old archetype or they turn an old archetype into a like deck to begin with. Because very often there'll be old cards that are, you know, they exist but they're not an archetype or a cohesive strategy like Flame Swordsman, and then they'll just make more of it that synergizes with it.
I'm just screenshotting a pretty card.
Appaloosa?
Yeah.
It is a pretty card and a pretty powerful card too.
Yeah.
Okay, I need your input on something.
Yeah.
Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. So
Yeah.
if you look at that artwork, which one is Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess? Is it the bow? Or is it the...
Well, it has a comma, so she's Appaloosa, right? And then she has the bow of the goddess.
But wouldn't it be Appaloosa and the Bow of the Goddess then? Or Appaloosa with the Bow of the Goddess?
They're both. They're like one being. They're both Appaloosa.
Okay.
They're both one being.
See, that's also an alternative artwork. The original artwork is even including a bear. You've seen that earlier.
Oh, the polar bear, yeah.
Yeah, that was her. It was that's like her sitting on she's riding the bear with the bow.
Yeah, I did think, I was like, I probably saw that before. Maybe that was a different card.
That's where that question also originated from, because people were asking like, is it the bear, is it the bow, or is it the who's Appaloosa? No one knows.
Both. Both. You get it, Josh? Both.
It has now clicked. Yes. No. Now that I was like, what are you on about? But then I realized, okay, you're trying to do something there.
Both.
Now I got it. But I did need like a hint.
It's fine. Badumts. ¿Por qué no los dos?
Right. We have finally managed to get all of the Appaloosa effect activations out there, because Appaloosa, since we're speaking about it so much, it has when you make it, it's a link 4, so it needs up to 4 monsters. And the more monsters you make it with, the stronger it gets. It gets 800 per link material. And so the strongest it can be is 3200, and the weakest it can be is 1600 essentially. And it can negate 1 monster effect per 800. Like it says you can reduce its attack by 800 and then negate a monster effect. And so this one was made with 3 monsters, so it was a 2400 Appaloosa, I'm pretty sure, and it negated 2 or 3 monsters at this point, or maybe it was 1600. I don't remember.
Wow. Oh my god! One of my gods said, "I'm not adding it to the joke book." What the frig? Put it in the kingdom.
They don't think it was good enough.
Yeah, every time I make a joke, I'm like, put it in the joke book. Put it in the kingdom's joke book. Do it. One day I'll release a joke book and it'll be a hit. I'm telling you, Josh.
I will check once that happens.
What's that? Thanks, Josh. What a pal.
What? I'll check it out. I'll check out the joke book.
I'll make sure to put the both joke in there. Just for you. Both.
Yeah, because I specifically required it.
I'll add like a QR code so that people scan it and then it's an audio of me going both.
Until they can.
Yeah, it's a repetitive audio like loop. Both. Oh. Ah, the witch. There's a witch. Another beautiful card. Ooh. Holy moly. Ooh.
Yeah, Snake Eyes has some pretty cool artworks.
Mmm.
But it is also a very, very powerful deck, as demonstrated here. They were trying their hardest to play into that board, and they have barely made a crack at it.
Zoom further? Can I?
Yeah, if you click the card again and then again.
Oh! Wow.
Yeah, we got some technology.
Yeah. Very nice. Blah. Ah, the game.
The game is now equal because Abo has equalized the score with the Snake Eyes deck,
Holy moly.
which will put them at 1-1.
Whoa.
Oh.
So cool. Bada 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 ba. Oh, so many tables. Golly. How fun. God is like, what would the setup for the joke even be? That's just what we're working out the kinks later, okay? Working out the kinks later. Later. That's I'll work that out later. Be something to do with a girl, a polar bear, and a bow. That's what it would be. That's what it's fine. It's work in progress, okay? The joke is work in progress. We have the punchline.
I mean, the book's not out yet. Okay?
Yeah.
Let it
cook.
develop.
Let it cook.
Yeah.
Let the book cook. Let it be a cookbook for now, okay? Oh dear. Oh. Gosh. This has gone so quick.
They always go by so fast. You start with 256 duelists, and then you just watch a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh games, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, I know, I know I've only like seen the top 16, but oh my gosh, it's still gone very fast. Oh, yeah,
I mean, we're almost done with top 8.
Yeah.
We got like 10 minutes left in top 8, and then it's top 4 already.
Holy moly. Top 8.
All right, we got both duelists at the table again, ready for their last game of top 8. One of them will be eliminated after this. One of them will move on.
Yeah. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Oh, go.
There we are.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So just a reminder to everybody, these Challenger Cups happen every week, run by Konami. All you gotta do is join the Discord and sign up.
Exactly. So like, I'm pretty sure it was the same with this one. It was like a special edition of the Challenger Cup because of you joining, but I think it was also through like there's one central Discord server. And then once you're on that one, they'll announce all the tournaments, and then for each tournament there's a separate Discord server that you have to join to sign up.
Yeah.
And once you're in that Discord server for the tournament, all it is like one click. Like you click register, and then you're in there. For the bigger ones, they like to do check-ins, so just be aware of that. If anyone wants to join the Challenger Cup, you can sign up to them like sometimes a week or like even more in advance. And because it's free, sometimes people just do it and don't show up. So they do check-ins in order to open up like free slots for people that are there actually.
Cool.
So even if sometimes even if a challenger cup is full and you really want to play in it, it's worth like checking it out and joining the server for it.
Yeah.
Because they'll always be last minute slots. Like there's like I've never hosted a challenger cup that didn't have like some late registering slots. But yeah. Okay, the things that are there are things happening on my screen right now, and
Dog.
okay, so Ghost Sister and Spooky
Dogwood. Dogwood.
This is the moment where you call the card cute, and I tell you why the card is very powerful.
It's cute but powerful. Yeah.
Okay, so this card is basically whenever your opponent summons, you gain life points equal to that monster's attack.
What? Huh.
So it's typically a card that doesn't see a whole lot of play because it doesn't generate any card advantage. Like life points are okay, but they're not like worth discarding a card for. But they are pretty good in one specific scenario, which is when the timer is running low on time, because then you can gain more life points than your opponent. So this is currently discouraging. And it's actually not a bad card against Tenpai, because Tenpai specifically sometimes struggles to deal enough damage under it. Because like Tenpai's whole thing is to win on one turn, but Dogwood lasts for an entire turn. So it can be pretty annoying for Tenpai actually. But yeah, well, part of the reason why they played that, I'm pretty sure, is because there's still 6.5 minutes left, so they're not that desperate for time, I think.
I've seen this like Lurie like a fair number of times.
Fable Lurie, yeah, he's part of the. I mean, he's not a Fiendsmith card per se, but part of the Fiendsmith engine. Because the Fiendsmiths come with a spell card that says you add a light fiend from your deck to your hand and then discard a card.
Right.
And Fabled Lurie says if it's discarded, you get to summon it.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
noticed
why it
that,
has
and I was
great
like,
synergy.
yeah, I noticed that, and I was thinking, oh, it must have something to do with something that you need, because
Exactly.
when you initially read it, you're like, oh, you can just special summon it again, but for what?
With Fiendsmith, it really cares about cards that are light fiend specifically. Like attribute light and type fiend is very important for Fiendsmith. And so Lurie having that trait is what makes it good. Essentially.
Wow.
You're kind of blessing Tenpai today. Whenever Tenpai is on stream today, and you're watching it, they're just doing very well.
Damn it!
to be fair,
I did that before too. No.
To be fair, they also were doing well before you joined.
If you're a Tenpai player, just invite me to your match. You get a great hand. Whilst I stare at you and give you evils. Good show. Well done. I become a dragon slayer. Yeah. Elizabeth Revis Bloodflame, keeper of the dragons.
They are fire dragons.
Yeah. Okay. Tenpai is fire. Oh.
Yeah.
Guess that's. Yeah. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I'm a lucky charm, because I.
Do fire decks just have a field spell buff when you're around?
Yeah, I am the field buff. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh yeah. If I become like a Tenpai main, I just guaranteed victory every time.
Because Tenpai players are buffed when you're around.
Yeah. And if I'm playing it like a Tenpai deck, then I'll have extra buff.
And what happens if you're playing Tenpai against Tenpai?
I didn't think that far ahead, you know? That's That's very, 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 very good question, Josh.
Because that's gonna happen. Tenpai is decently popular.
Have you seen that like a fair bit, like Tenpais against Tenpais?
It does happen, and it's very funny because one of them is forced to go first, and they don't want that. They're not very good at that. So it's like whoever wins the coin.
Oh, the
flip
coin
gets
toss.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get. Normally, Tenpai doesn't care about winning or losing it. Like, ironically, when you're playing Tenpai, it's actually better to lose the coin flip. So your opponent just chooses first without knowing what you play. Because when you win the coin toss and you send your opponent first, they kind of know what's up, right? They know what you're on. So sometimes when you win the coin flip, you're actually like annoyed by it. But when you're Tenpai against Tenpai is the one where it actually matters because you don't know.
What a noise. What?
What have you been clicking?
I didn't click anything. It just made a noise. I didn't click anything that time. But speaking of which, I'm gonna click the fields because I forget the actual map makes noise. It's really cool.
You can also click the mates.
Yeah, the mates. I initially would just click the mates, and then I accidentally remember clicking on one of the maps, like the trees, and I was like, oh god, they make noise, and then that's how I realized misclick. Wow. Very cool. But then that's a distraction with the timer.
Well, when you're playing yourself and it's your turn, you probably shouldn't play with the field animation.
I just like to give my little guy a head pat. And then a little guy a head pat.
Sure, some things are just important.
It's priorities. You gotta show them the monsters you care to.
You have a visitor? Yep. Charlie's here.
Oh, your cat? Aww. Yeah. Charlie. You check out Josh's stream. Josh has a cat cam.
Well, right now he's just blocking my face cam, so that is the cat cam right now.
That is the cat cam.
Okay. There is... The timer has hit 0.
Oh.
So... We're gonna figure out what that means exactly. I mean, in all honesty, this is one where if the player with more life points wins right now, it's also the player that would have probably won the game naturally, which is always like the better or cooler thing to happen, I feel like.
Oh.
But yeah, so this game almost certainly would have ended with Tenpai winning regardless. So the timer really doesn't change anything but like shortcut it for us. And yeah, there we go. We're gonna lose Abo, unfortunately. A mainstay in Challenger Cups, very successful Challenger Cup duelist, goes down in top 8, but still good performance.
I mean, out of like 200 odd.
I mean, yeah,
Pretty darn great.
Top 256, you still have to win like what, like 4 in a row to get here, or 5 in a row even. I'm not.
Gosh.
256, 128, 64, 32, 5 in a row you have to win to be here.
Whoa.
So that is still impressive, and they also do not walk away empty-handed.
Yeah, true. Yeah, prizes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it still is a pretty good day for them.
Yeah, there's some really cool prizes today, guys. In this Titan Challenger Cup. So the top 32 have gotten a Titan Edition game mat, a Titan Edition acrylic figure. Top 16 have got that plus a Rescue Rabbit plush. Top 8 have got all that plus a Time Wizard plush. And then third will get all that and Nintendo Switch OLED. And then second will get the plushies, the mat, the acrylic figure, plus a digital PS5. And then first place get the plushies, the game mat, acrylic figure, and a gaming PC. Oh my god! So cool. Wow.
It is kind of wild that third place already gets a Nintendo Switch. That's
yeah, cool. Yeah. Very nifty. Wow, very cool prizes. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah,
and
gaming
it was free
PC.
to play.
Yeah,
so
free
like
free to play.
You know.
Yeah.
They've been here since it's been 5 hours so far, so it's not a bad payoff for spending 5 hours in a tournament.
Yeah. Just having fun playing a game. Right. Gaming PC is kind of crazy. Yeah, I know. When I saw all the prizes, I was like, damn.
you wanted to play.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I won that Time Wizard plush. Give me that Time Wizard. Give me the plushies. Where's the air fryer? Time Wizard is so cute. He's so goofy.
I like the Rescue Rabbit one.
Oh, you like the Rescue Rabbit? I noticed the Rescue Rabbit as a little mate on the field.
It also is. It does exist as a mate in Master Duel, yeah.
It's so cute. Gosh, so cute. It's the default mate. Ah, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's the one you have at the start. Everyone has it.
Aww, it's a good default mate.
All right, our top 4 is about to begin. Should be any minute now. And it's your choice between table 2 and table 3.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh. Ooh.
I think at this point we have spectated all of these players at some point.
Yeah, we have.
today.
Yeah. I'm just thinking. Oh gosh, it's hard to choose. Okay, which you choose. I've chosen most of them.
Okay, I'll choose.
Yeah.
We'll go with table 2 then.
Okay, table 2. Loey and Mess UK.
That's a good performance from Mess UK. Once again, I told you earlier they were top. I think it was top 4 in a relatively big tournament like 2 weeks ago.
Cool. Damn.
It was a qualifier for an in-person invitational, and they got very close in that one. So they might be. Let's see if they can take this one home.
Yeah.
Oh, finals even. Okay, my chat's correcting me. They were even in finals.
The Schmittlings are like, we know.
They remember that kind of stuff better than I do sometimes. Okay, this is why I chose this match, because I was hoping we could see the Blue Eyes deck again.
Yeah.
Because that was the player that played Blue Eyes earlier.
Oh. We're
starting with the Spirit of Eyes of Blue, which is the link one that tries to search the field spell, and once again, it's being hit by an infinite impermanence, and then we see proper usage of Crossout Designator.
Yes. I get to see it used properly. Plus, the animation is cool.
It does have a cool animation.
Yeah.
Roll and Lockbird, however, will stop any further searching for the rest of the turn and drawing. Which should be okay for Blue Eyes, to be honest.
I thought my game glitched for a moment.
Because nothing was happening?
Yeah. I'm so used to
They were just thinking about...
Yeah.
They were thinking about where to use the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit.
I think it's because I'm so used to like the quick plays.
Sometimes you gotta think for a moment on where you want to use your card. They did that here. It did work out. They made a good choice because they've used 3 cards to stop the turn, so that better work out. They are kind of low on cards now, but it is a Tenpai deck, so they can do a lot with just a very little. So here, it's really important for the Blue Eyes player to have answers to this. If they don't have an answer to... They need, like, multiple answers at this point. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, they have their own Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit is a card that you can send from your... You can send it to the graveyard to destroy a card that has just activated when it was already on the field. So something like a continuous spell or trap that you keep activating over and over, Ghost Ogre will destroy it. And the same with like a field spell like here.
Oh. Well,
so it'll destroy the field spell.
It's handy.
Yeah. But they will still need an answer to this Genroku because otherwise alone it'll represent enough damage. Because it summons out Pydra, and Pydra will attempt to search a Sangan spell trap, which they let go through, which is scary. Activate Sangan Kaiman also goes through. Okay, they're letting a lot of stuff happen, which makes me think they might not have an answer, which might end up... Yep, that's another quick Tenpai win.
Oh.
Tenpai is quick sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I experienced that.
Yeah, you've been on the receiving end of this.
I've been there. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness.
It's taken you like 2 sessions and you're already looking at Tenpai and you're like, oh, I've been there.
I've been there. Back in my day when I played Tenpai. The other day. Oh, gosh. It's like it was
do you want to
yesterday.
check out the other match?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Okay.
Already a veteran, yeah. Back in my day when I fought Tenpai.
I remember the last time I played against Tenpai.
I remember it like if it was last week.
Oh, okay. So you know Triple Tactics Talents, right?
Yeah.
You had it. It's and they chose the mode where they wanted to look at the opponent's hand and take a card away from it.
Oh.
To make sure their stuff can go through. But the last card in the opponent's hand was Maxi, so they just chained it, discarded it, and then they just didn't have a card left that they could take.
Oh.
But the Maxi is still active now. So, I mean, yeah, okay, technically they have taken away a card, but that card will draw them more cards.
So are there prizes every week?
Yeah, all of them have prizes.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah, there's like they vary in size, the tournaments.
Yeah.
So I think the smallest tournaments at this point are like 128 players, so they'll also go by a little bit faster. And like the bigger they are, the better the prizes are.
Oh,
Essentially.
well, that's cool. Thanks, Konami. It's such a. I'm still like gushing over the I guess all the community aspect of it and like
it
and
really does a
Konami
lot
putting it
for
all
the
together.
community.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of people that have formed like friendships over
Aww.
keeping participating in these tournaments. You know, they get together and like even prepare together or test together, and like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I said it does remind me of when friends would say they met some of their friends they know now from going to card game shops and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I met a lot of my friends like that.
Ah. Download Master Duel. Make some pals in the tournaments. Maybe win a prize. Who knows? Extra little cherry on top.
Make some friends or play some Tenpai.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Maxi against Tenpai. It does draw quite a lot of cards, but they might be too late. Because if you don't get another turn to use them, then there's not much point.
Man. I'm just thinking I've only seen the top 16 and yeah, Tenpai is so popular.
Tenpai is very popular right now. It's basically, I would say if you play ladder or ranked mode, it's switched. There's more Snake Eyes than Tenpai, but I think Tenpai's big advantage in this tournament setting is the fact that you get to capitalize on the fact that you know whether you're gonna go first or second in the next one after you won or lost a game.
Yeah.
That's why I think a lot of people pick these for these tournaments to just catch someone off guard who thinks they're safe when they pick first or vice versa.
Here's me before facing Tenpai. I thought it was probably the Blue Eyes or other dragon decks that were more popular, but because I had that a lot in the casual games that I played.
Well, I mean, yeah, Tenpai is very popular at the highest ranks. I think in earlier ranks you'll definitely see more Blue Eyes because people just they like to play it because it's Blue Eyes.
Yeah, nostalgia as well.
I mean, it is a good deck. It's not even bad. It's not a bad choice if you want to play Blue Eyes. It's actually very fun and solid. But it's definitely when someone returns to Master Duel or joins Master Duel as a new player, that they're gonna look on how to make their favorites work. So I think there's a lot. The same is true for Dark Magician too. Dark Magician is not as meta relevant right now, but they've also turned the Dark Magician into an archetype deck basically. The same stuff that goes for Blue Eyes is also true for Dark Magician. There's a whole deck around it.
Well, I noticed there's even more magicians now, Gaga Magician and all that.
There's a lot of cards called Magician, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of magicians.
We got a lot of magicians. We got a lot of dragons.
There's a lot of dragons and magicians.
It's kind of what we do. It's kind of our thing. Okay, here we see Tenpai kind of going for a plan B kind of thing. They apparently can't finish the game, so they've done something with a card called Ruddy Rose Dragon.
Oh my god, they have so many cards.
They maxied. Remember when Maxi was the last card in their hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Look at where we are now.
I didn't look at the bottom bit of the screen for a moment, and then I just looked at it now, and I was like, "Holy smokes!" But they have to get rid of some of them by the end of their turn, or
they'll probably find a way to spend them before then. But yes, if you do go to your end phase with more than 6 cards, you have to discard down to 6. That's the hand size limit in the end phase. Yeah.
Gosh.
The thing is though, there's a very interesting aspect to this game, which is like it comes down to resources, because one of the synchros they made last turn was Ruddy Rose Dragon, which it banishes all cards from both graveyards.
Oh, okay.
And that has taken a lot of the, like, Snake Eye is a deck with a lot of cards that you only play one copy of. Because you can like access them over and over and over again. You don't need to play multiple copies because you can recycle them super well.
Oh.
But not when they're banished. So a lot of that stuff being banished means that Snake Eye has to kind of come up with like a different kind of game plan than what they usually do. But it kind of helps that you have 9 cards. So it's, on the one hand, they're going to be struggling to do some real Snake Eye plays. On the other hand, they have 9 cards, so I'm sure they can piece something together.
Little guy.
Tenpai is going to really want to get through this turn. But then again, the same thing is also true for Tenpai that I just said for Snake Eye. Some of the Tenpai cards are also just one-offs. And Tenpai has no way of getting them back from the banished pile, so... the Tenpai Dragon Chundra being the most important one. The red one is banished for them.
Yeah.
And they kind of did that to themselves, to be fair. Here comes the Fiends. That's the spell I was talking to earlier. That's the one that you discard Fabled Lurry with.
Right.
There he is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. At the one Light Fiend.
You're still liking it.
Yeah, I'm still digging it.
You do get like they're mixing it up. It's not always the same one.
Yeah. Which?
Like here, for example, the dragon that they sent to the graveyard for Diabellstar, Snake Eyes Flamberge Dragon, is one of the most powerful cards in Snake Eyes. So the whole gimmick of Snake Eyes is it technically revolves around level 1 monsters, because you know Snake Eyes, right? 2/1. And Snake Eyes Flamberge Dragon, when it goes to the graveyard, lets you just revive 2 level 1 fires, any 2, which is very good. But they're all banished right now, so that's like huge. They can't get them.
They're banished. No.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Right, Called by the Grave is stopping Effect Veiler here, so that Fiendsmith sequence can resolve, and that's going to perform a fusion summon by putting the materials from the graveyard back into the deck.
Cool. can target one of your light fiend monsters that's banished or in the graveyard. Add it to your hand.
Or special summon. So that is set up for this. This is what Fiendsmith basically does all the time. It's always make the link to the sequence. That makes the fusion. That brings back the engraver. And then from there, you have a whole lot of options. You have like, you can do the Promethean Princess. Look, it's you.
It's me.
Or you
If I
can,
was
you
demon.
can also, because that's very powerful. Have you met Nibiru the Primal Being yet?
No.
Yeah.
Is that a
No,
meteor?
it wasn't in any of your guys' deck in your Titans tournament.
It's a rock.
It is a big rock, yeah. And it's a card that is very, very important to modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Just it's like it has impact on games that it doesn't even appear in, because people have to like respect it even if your opponent might not even have it, because of how big of a punish it can be. So the way it works is if you summon 5 times in a turn or more,
Yeah.
Nibiru can just tribute everything on the field and then summon itself, which is what just happened. Like, it basically, and from hand, that is, like on the opponent's turn, you can do that. So if you summon too much without a way to like protect yourself from Nibiru, your opponent could just tribute your entire board away. And so that's why like a lot of decks these days, like their how good they are really depends on how well they can function under Nibiru. Because like some decks are capable of putting up.
Oh. Time!
Hey.
Time! Time!
Hey, look, it's you!
It's like me for real! Oh my god! Wow, hashtag relatable.
See, it happens to the best.
It even happens to the best of the best. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's like me for real, for real.
Wait, what was the score in that one? Was that already the second game? No, that was the first game. Okay, they did. That would have been very frustrating if they lost their tournament run due to a timer.
Yeah.
But they did lose this game to a timer. It does happen. It happens to everyone. Some games you just have to do too much, or you have to think too much.
Yeah. I can imagine with like with having to look over cards to accept things, when even the other player does stuff, like there's so much involved.
And like, even if you know all the things they play, even if you know all the cards and you don't have to read anything, it's sometimes you still have to like think, because it's complicated. It's not always easy. Like the Nibiru, for example, that they just used there, you can use that at any point as soon as they've summoned 5 times. So like sometimes you're like, I want to wait, I want to do it now. It's a lot of stuff to think about.
Yeah. So
unfortunately there for Anestus, they were too low on timer, and it was right when they were starting their turn too. Like they had like just a few more clicks to do, and then but
should we go into the other room?
we can go into the other one that's running.
Yeah, let's go.
No breaks.
No breaks. More cards.
Ooh, okay. We see a deck that I don't think you've seen so far today. It's called White Forest.
No, I haven't seen this.
It does also play the Fiendsmith cards, as you can see in their graveyard. There's already a Fiendsmith engraver. And they're up against Blue Eyes once again. And it looks like, I think how we got to this position. White Forest went first. Got hit with a Maxi. And decided not to commit into it and not special summon. And now it's the Blue Eyes player's turn. Yeah, White
Maybe
Forest is
played
another
against
synchro
you.
strategy.
Yeah.
It's a synchro deck
Hmm.
with some fusions and links sprinkled into it. In these instances, it's always a little difficult to assess exactly what your opponent has. I'm talking from the Blue Eyes player's perspective, because the White Forest player decided not to commit into the maxi at all, which either means their hand is just a lot of White Forest cards and they would be giving too many draws to it, or they feel very comfortable passing because they hold a lot of like interruptions anyways.
Right.
Because when your opponent plays and does their combo and stuff, you can kind of see what they have, right? Like when you're playing against your Sprite deck, you can see like, oh, there's a Sprite red, there's a Sprite carrot,
Yeah.
that can stop this, that can stop that, and so you can like figure out how to play around it. When your opponent has like a lot of like cards you don't know, you have to like guess what those could be and how to best play into that. Which is essentially two different like skill sets. Like that face down could have been anything, but it's a Woes of the White Forest, which is a card that's special
by the
White Forest
blossom.
but it's been blocked, so it doesn't matter.
You've been blessed. Blessed by the blossom.
Alright, Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. It's looking good for Blue Eyes right now, I would say. But they are also they're both low on cards. And White Forest actually does still have a decent amount of cards in hand, so it might not be too bad of a situation for them. We're using True Light to also set Majesty of the White Dragon, which lets you destroy cards up to the number of like Blue Eyes White Dragon you have on field or graveyard. Now we go Fiendsmith Tract. Now what does that add?
The little guy.
Okay. You know what? I know what you meant.
I'm a pro player. I know my technical lingo. the little
Tract
bad
adds the little
dude.
guy, and the little guy will come in.
You can add a little fiend.
Well, it tries to summon itself, but the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon has something to say about that. Because it can stop an effect that activates in the graveyard once per turn.
He's just a little guy.
My chat is saying it counts what you said, so.
Yeah. Look.
I know
You
what
knew I
mean.
meant. That's
Yeah,
you
yeah.
knew what I meant. I remembered. It's the little guy, little bat guy.
Yeah. It counts. Don't worry.
Whew. Coffin face.
Okay, so all the Fiendsmith Link monsters have an effect that they can return as equip spells, power up the Fiendsmith monsters. And the White Forest deck is a deck that revolves around, like, most of it has effects that you have to send spell traps as cost for. And that's a really cool synergy because you can send the Fiendsmith monsters for it from the spell trap zone. Meaning you don't actually have to, like, invest the card from your hand to do it.
Right.
Estella of the White Forest is a very powerful card if it resolves, which is why most people will stop it from resolving, like we see here. You have a way to extend, though, with LZ as a Mina of the White Forest.
Imagine having this like orchestra next to you whilst playing the card game.
Yeah, this is this one because they're using the default field. This is like the default.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, so Fiendsmith Engraver forced them there to tag out with the Spirit Dragon into the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, which is just a 4,000 defender with the ability to negate a card once per turn, which is pretty good. And now we're gonna have to see what they can turn these two into. But the problem is, whatever they turn them into, the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit can stop it. So they are kind of limited in what they can do here. And there's also a face down card that they still have to worry about.
Is she winning? Yeah. I'm winning. I'm having a great time. When you have a great time, you're winning.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were gonna pretend you were the player.
I'm Mizuki. Okay.
But
Mizuki.
I was about to stop you because I don't think they're winning.
No, but oh.
I mean, they can. It's not over.
It's the guys, Sprite
Oh yeah, you
Elf!
know.
Let's go. Give it up for Sprite Elf.
There we go. Finally, a Sprite card.
Thank you. See, it is me playing.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You can even tell him what that card does.
You can summon the monster in your deck.
Okay, that's like true for over half of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You know what's funny? You could have even said that when I asked you the previous question on what the Fiendsmith track says.
You could. I should answer that every time you ask me what card does. It summons a card.
It'd be kind of an outplay. I'd have to think of other questions then.
Ah, now I know. Now I know what to answer every time.
Like, what does Fiendsmith track search? Oh, the monster that summons.
You could summon a card from your deck, coach. Now where's the Zeus, Elizabeth? Ah!
That is the only question that does not answer. Yeah.
He's always hiding. I lose him every time. Oh, she knows. Must be a veteran. Yeah. See that card? That summons a card.
It does, yeah.
Well, I do like this card.
Yes, and it also summons another card.
Once per turn, you can... Oh, it left my screen. Okay, wait. Go back. Once per turn, you can target one card on the field. Destroy it. Oh.
It has multiple effects. The one that... Ironically, on that card, the one that summons a card is the least used one. Because Baron de Fleur is one of the most powerful cards in the game right now. And it has 3 effects. Once per turn, destroy a card. And once while it's face up on the field, you can negate any card and destroy it. And then during the standby phase, it can return itself to the extra deck to summon a monster from the graveyard. So yeah, you've just seen it destroy the Sprite Elf. Now it's going to negate the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. And then it's going to make sure that the Wishes goes through.
Can't believe it. How could they do that to Sprite Elf? Sprite Elf is the GOAT. It's the only Sprite we've seen.
Like Sprite Elf. I do like me some Sprite Elf.
Yeah. Did people add that one to a deck? Like, in general? Well, I guess it's only good for sprites.
It's actually good for a lot of decks.
Is it?
Yeah, because it can revive any level 2. So like there's a lot of decks like the White Forest deck.
Any level 2. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
The White Forest deck has a lot of good level 2s, so it just plays a Sprite Elf just in case you might need it. And it's like the targeting protection that it gives to the monsters it points to is also very relevant in a lot of different decks.
Oh yeah, it's any level 2.
Yeah. So it's like it's the kind of card that just pops up every once in a while. When there's a deck that has good level 2 monsters, they'll play Sprite Elf.
It's amazing in White Forest. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, there also was a time where it could revive Totally Awesome. That's true.
Oh no, Spritlings, you're giving him like flashbacks to when it wasn't
No, I'm
banned.
good. I like to remember Totally Awesome every once in a while. It makes me sad, but it also makes me happy. That's a lot of damage they have there.
That's a lot of damage. Whoa. Oh gosh.
And that's a Blue Eyes win once again. I am very happy to see Blue Eyes doing so well.
Hey, well done. Great game. Nice one, Mez and Loey.
And I think that puts Loey into the finals, actually. That was their second win in top 4. They do win. The only thing we have left for top 4 is the match between Anestis and Adieu, which was the one that ended with Anestis timing out in game 1.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
they are currently in game 2, so we can hop in from now and see
go.
what's going on there.
Yeah. Ikuzo.
We're kind of missing a finalist here. We need one more.
Yes, we need one more.
And okay, right off the bat, this is looking very good for Anestis here, because Adieu kind of has no more cards. They've said adieu to all their cards, and they're only on a Sangan summoning, and that's all.
Cool looking characters. Reporter.
Yeah.
This is a reporter because she's got camera guy in the background. Underworld news.
The deck they're playing is also one we haven't seen yet so far. That is UBell.
Oh. Wow.
Another deck that's using Fiendsmith cards, as you can see.
Whoa. He's evolved.
That is basically the biggest boss monster of the Fiendsmith deck. Fiendsmith Desiree. Okay, the game's not over though. Tenpai does get another turn here, which is good. We'll see if they can come back from it. They still have 8,000 life points left to go through. So that's not going to be easy. So what Anestis is thinking about right now is whether they want to use their Fiendsmith Desiree effect, which is it's currently equipped with Fiendsmith Sequence, and if Desiree is equipped with a Fiendsmith card, it gets to negate cards on the field whenever they want to, up to the number of basically the link monster that's equipped to it. So because Fiendsmith Sequence is a link 2 monster, Desiree can negate 2 cards on the field right now.
2 cards.
And they do choose to use it. Yeah, they choose to use it, and that's going to stop the field spell and the SP Little Knight. So they're both negated for the turn.
Oh.
Which basically means they had to draw a Tenpai card here to seal the deal, but they drew a Droll and Lockbird, which is not looking super good, but they can still do something with it.
Yeah.
That's going to be you.
My twin. My evil twin.
Wait, if they don't have anything, like if Yubel doesn't have any further disruption, this might be good enough. Wait. Do they have something? Yeah, okay.
Whoa.
Yep. They had an answer.
Whoa.
Good game, GG. Good one, Adieu and Anestis.
Well, it's not over yet. That was the equalizer.
That was the equalizer?
I think so, because their first game took so long. That was the game they timed out in.
Oh!
That was game 2. They need to play a third one now.
Holy what? Wow,
And they
both
only
those
have
games
6.5 minutes left to do it. This is a moment where people like to put a lot of cards in their deck that you normally wouldn't play, like the Dogwood we saw earlier.
Oh yeah, the dog.
Because at this point, if there's only 6
Dogwood.
minutes left,
Yeah.
there's only 6 minutes left. You might need to worry about some life points, but we'll have to wait and see what they do.
5 long phases, I guess, that adds to the 6 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the first game of those two. It sometimes can be a real back and forth, a lot of thinking, and then suddenly you have a game take, like some games you've seen it, some games 2 minutes, some games 30. Like it's very it can be anything.
So do the most damage fast. Is that the aim of the game, I guess? Yeah.
Either that or just gain life points more than your opponent can.
Oh. Golly. Where are they? Where are you guys?
Well, they're thinking about what deck they want to play. I think as per the rules, they have 2 minutes to join the table and start the
there
next
they are.
game.
Table 4.
Yeah.
Get back here, guys. We're on the edges of our seats. Get on with it. I'll give you a good clean fight. All right? Duelists, are you ready? On my whistle.
Well, one of them is. Okay, there they are.
Est Zeit für ein Duel. Come on.
I told you to do this when the button is yellow.
I just need to hold the door. Yes, let's go.
Okay, I did not think you were gonna go for that long.
I could. If I was being extra silly, I could.
I would not have made it until they started, I'll tell you that.
The Bloodflame Kingdom would tell you. I could, yeah, I could go on for longer. Hey, could have harmonized with me, Josh.
If I would have joined, I would have like fallen off.
Singer's lungs, yeah.
Yeah, that's not fair. You sing. I don't.
It's not fair, you do.
Okay, fair enough. You should. I don't think you want that.
I want that. You listen to a lot of bops on stream. You do like a variety whilst you're playing Master Duel. I noticed.
Yeah, I do.
A variety.
I'm just nervously looking over at the timer.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Currently 2.5 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
And we're not there yet.
That's not a lot of time, though. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, in Yu-Gi-Oh terms, 2.5 minutes is not that much.
Yeah.
Some turns can go that long alone. Okay, we are under Molchami Fuvalos, so every time we summon from the extra deck, the opponent gets a card. We're still trying to pull off some Fiendsmith combos here. There's a Bestial though. That's gonna banish the engraver from the graveyard that they're trying to bring back, preventing that. Now, the thing about Fiendsmith's Lacrima is not only does it bring back a Light Fiend on summon, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can return a Light Fiend from the graveyard into the deck and do 1200 damage to the opponent. Which is concerning. With 90 seconds left. We're approaching 1 minute.
Oh, gosh. 1 minute. Ah!
Now there's a minute left. And there's 1200 damage, so we're ahead in life points. If they can do anything about this. Doesn't look like they have much of a play. So realistically, they should probably just pass here. Okay, normal summon Max C.
Maxi.
Typically not what you're trying to normal summon.
Oh. Set card. I did that in one of my casual games. I used a Max C to be able to summon.
Makes Pride Elf.
I can't remember what I was making, but I used it to make something. Because I was like,
Yes, I mean,
I have nothing else.
sometimes the fact that it is a level 2 can come in handy.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing Sprite. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what's going on here. Because the timer has hit 0 now.
Oh.
At the same time, that turn was kind of slow.
True, yeah.
And sometimes they like to give a little extra time for that. That is something that I don't have any say in, though. That's like there's always a team behind these tournaments managing those situations. So that's probably what they're figuring out right now.
I can imagine with how many people join and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. We just focus on commentary.
Yeah, we're just commentating. But yeah, no, there must be a lot of staff involved with, you know, with 200 odd people joining every week. Gosh.
We just quickly see if there is. Well, they do play, so. I mean, yeah, you're right, Chad. The Tenpai player wins this if there's no time.
Yeah.
But the there may have been time. I don't know. I guess we'll see at the latest when our final starts who was declared the winner of this.
Extra half minute, maybe? Yeah, maybe they give an extra time.
I mean, they do keep playing, kind of. Or maybe they're just showcasing what they could have done if it wasn't for a time.
Oh, true, yeah.
Some people like to do that. They're like, look what I could have done.
This is what would have happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we are going to find out based on who's going to be our finalist in a second.
Yeah.
On whether they gave him a minute or two of extra time or not. Because if there was no extra time, then Adieu won. If there was extra time, then Anestis won. We're going to find that out in a second. And then we're going to have our grand finals.
Both friggin' winners, though. Well done. Yay. Gosh, everyone's a winner who joins. That's why.
That's the spirit.
Well, I mean, it's the same with like singing or anything. I think just being part of it is just a great thing to do, just to get out there. Go for it. Go for it, everybody. Go for it. Just do it. Have fun. Huzzah! Yes. Right. Oh, do you know who's going?
I'm checking the bracket right now. It is going to be Anestis, so there was extra time awarded for that. Because they just ruled that they were playing a little bit too slow on that last turn because they were ahead in life points.
Yeah. And
so they gave him probably 2 extra minutes or something, and so Anestis will be in the finals against Loey Rom. It's always where it's a little iffy. It's a difficult situation to be in because the in-game timer technically lets you just sit there for a while.
Yeah.
But then you kind of just normal summon the maxi and then set a card and then didn't really advance any game state. So yeah, they decided to give him some extra time and gave the win to the player that would have won the game normally as well. So yeah. So we're gonna have our finals here on table. I think table 1 is occupied by someone who just refused to leave.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh.
Yeah, they've just been sitting there. Yeah. I mean, there's enough room in the room anyway.
I was a bit confused. I thought maybe it was a staff member or something. I was a bit confused.
No, I think it's just someone that played there earlier and just has
just haven't left. They're like, I'm staying. It's my table now. Oh dear.
Yeah, we're gonna be watching our finals on table 3. Table 2 is the third place match. But the finals is where it's at. That's table 2.
Finals. Let's go.
And I'll assume just up front, I think because of that previous game, they're starting a little bit late, so they might have some extra time at the end as well.
Oh, we can join now.
Yeah. All right, your first finals.
My first finals! Oh my gosh!
Okay, we have Anestis selecting second. You know what that means.
Tenpai. I mean, yeah, Tenpai! Oh gosh.
Blue Eyes again in the finals all the way here. Believe in that Blue Eyes deck. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we know that card.
Yep. I have that guy. Vela.
The Sage with Eyes of Blue tries to add a level 1 light tuner from deck to hand, and they will stop it with Effect Veiler. Still get to make the Link one with it though.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have any of those in your Life Twin sprite. Link ones are a very powerful... Because they, like, all of your links need multiple monsters, but there's also Link ones that just need one monster, so...
Yeah.
Whenever you just have that one monster, you can just make it. So we're making the Blue Eyes Link one, which adds you the field spell for free. Then technically allows you, the field spell does allow you to get a second normal summon. Ooh, that is a great counter to Wishes for Eyes of Blue.
Good hand.
Yeah, so Wishes for Eyes of Blue is like a high risk, high reward kind of card because you have to discard a card to activate it, but then you get to add 2 cards from your deck to your hand.
Oh.
So because you have to discard a card up front, it's very weak to Ash Blossom because you just lose 2 cards versus 1, which is what happened here. So they are kind of struggling with that right now. They're kind of low on cards because they had to invest most of their hand in order to make something happen here.
A seahorse.
Yeah, that is a retrain of an old card. Sometimes they do that where they make a new version of an old card.
Oh, cool.
So the old card is just called Kaiser Seahorse. This one is Neo Kaiser Seahorse.
Kaiba like that guy?
If I had to guess, what's gonna happen here is probably just a Hieratic Seals and a pass. But they're thinking about something. Or hold up, let me
I wonder what they're thinking right now. Oh. Bam! Tyrant Dragon.
There it is. Hieratic Seals of Heavenly Spheres. A very classic card that you'll find in almost any dragon deck. Even Tenpai plays it.
Yeah. Yeah, I recognize that Hieratic Seal from the Tenpai.
It's very good. It's like it's a link too that you contribute to return a card, a face-up card to the hand, and then when it's tributed, it also summons a dragon from your deck.
Oh.
We are being met with a pretty good Tenpai hand here.
Yeah,
well, chances are that this game one is Quake.
I was thinking they've had like a good hand, like with the the counters.
It's like the perfect scenario for Tenpai is when you have the right counters for what your opponent is trying to do, and then you also have like the good Tenpai cards to just get started with.
Yeah.
If you combine those two together, Tenpai is at its most dangerous.
Gosh. Ooh. Cup.
Little forbidden droplet, which lets them negate the Hieratic Seals. And then they add the Tenpai Dragon Pydra from the Sangan Kaiman. They better have an Effect Veiler here. Otherwise, oh, okay, nice.
Tenpais. That's what it is. It's just a Tenpais.
That joke is as old as Dark Side.
we weren't
said that in your chat.
We weren't the first ones to come up with that. a
No,
pie
you are not.
joke.
Unfortunately,
What
I
the
have to tell you.
frig?
I have to inform you
Ah.
that joke has been made.
Guys,
before.
take it out of the joke book. Oh man. Get it out of there. Reel it back. We want the first.
Tenpai wins this, by the way, just in case you were wondering.
That's it. You just know now.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think the.
Well, he doesn't have any
Jet
cards in his
Dragon
hand, does he?
changed.
So. How about 9 pies? I like the way you spelt it, like no pies, like 9. The square root of pi equals none for you. 9 for you.
Okay, now we're getting into the territory where no one has made those jokes before.
Aha! Put it back in the joke book. Put it back. Oh? Can that dragon do any other special things? The Blue Eyes Jet Dragon?
It's hard to get rid of because if it battles,
Mm.
if it battles, it can target a card the opponent controls and return it to the hand.
Mm.
But the Transcendent Dragon stops it from
Ooh.
activating. That's the level 10 synchro that says your opponent cannot do anything in the battle phase,
Mm.
which is pretty rough when you just like have to watch your opponent do their thing and you just can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they don't even have anything they could do right now. The Blue Eyes is out of cards, but when you have cards, it's annoying.
Oh, nice try. GG,
Yeah.
good game. Next game.
I gotta respect the confidence in the Blue Eyes deck, and it's not over
Yeah.
yet. They do drop a game to Tenpai, but there's still 1 or 2 more games left to be played. And Nest is 1 win away though from winning the entire thing.
Mm. I think it's just nice, yeah, when people, have fun with any deck, kind of thing. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
even Tenpai is also, and when you're doing that, you feel powerful.
you feel the power. I see. That's why people want to play with Tenpai. They feel powerful.
And because it's just good, Because winning is fun.
Winning, it's not all about winning, Josh.
It's not. I didn't say that. I did not say that. But it is fun.
It is fun though. See, this is what I mean by like I had to get into that, try and get into that mindset about like trying to win a game.
I mean, yeah, it's both. I think like it is. It's about appreciating the journey when you're not winning, but then when you do win, that's a nice bonus.
Yeah, it's cherry on top. Yeah. Lock in, Liz. Ah!
All right, they have switched tables to table 2 now, and are about to begin the second game of the finals. With Anestis being the winner of our game 1, that means Loey Rom gets to decide whether they want to go first or second here.
Mm. Forget. God see, only losers say it's not about winning. What the frig? Put yourself in the dungeon for like 5 minutes. The frig. Oh, here we go. Spectate from now.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. So Loey Rom decided whether they want to go first or second, and they chose second.
Oh. Upstart Goblin.
They also changed the size. So I have to
Oh.
change this. Oh, Sky Striker cards.
Are we gonna say OMG's Ray?
No, there's no Ray.
No!
'Cause that, I mean, there could be, But more than likely, this is a version of Tenpai that plays spell cards. A lot of them.
It's fine. She's a mate on the side. Oh my god, it's
That's
my mate Ray! What do you mean? She's right. I know she's right there.
There's two of them even. Because they both have it.
Oh, the cards are in the way. Oh my god! It's like that meme. Point to each other.
I mean, if you just click anywhere on the field, the card will disappear, yeah. Yeah, this is Tenpai being put in the awkward position of being first, and they don't want to be there.
Oh.
So it's like kind of like, as good as it is to put out a lot of damage going second, it's not that good of creating any sort of threatening fields. So usually it's like to the extent of it'll make that Heradic Seals that we've seen and then pass most of the time. And in this case, it looks like they're not even doing that. It's gonna be less. It's just gonna be the Genroku and 2 set cards. Ooh, a Book of Eclipse. That's an interesting one we haven't seen today yet.
No, we haven't seen that one yet.
That is it's a spell card that puts all monsters face down.
Oh.
And the it's interesting because it affects all monsters. It doesn't target. So even if you're trying to avoid it somehow, like, and you're, for example, Genroku has an effect to tribute itself to summon another, like a different Tenpai. But even that one would be set face down here. It just has, it's a relatively old card, Book of Eclipse. It has lost some popularity since Link monsters have come out, because Link monsters can't be flipped face down because they don't have defense points, and like because of the whole arrows pointing and stuff like that, they can't change position. But it's still a pretty good card every once in a while. Yeah, whenever I reference cards like that, my chat calls me old. That's what they're doing right now.
Oh.
Ooh, talents.
Talent.
Draw 2 cards. This is a very volatile matchup. Tenpai versus Tenpai.
Yeah.
Essentially, whoever does their Tenpai thing first.
That is funny. But it seems they have like not exactly the same deck though, like because they have a few different cards here and there.
There is different versions of Tenpai, yeah. Like there's the one we've seen for the most part so far is the one that tries to stop your opponent from setting up a board by using cards like, you know, Effect Veiler, Ash Blossom, Maxi, all that.
Yeah.
The one that Anestus is using right now is called, we refer to it as like Power Spell Tenpai or just Spell Tenpai or Sky Striker Tenpai, where you actually don't play any of those cards. You just let your opponent do whatever they want to do. So they get to do the full thingy.
Yeah.
They set up their entire board. You let them do everything, and then you just play a whole bunch of spells that all say like, okay, you know, like destroy all monsters on the field or destroy all spell traps or so on and so forth. So you just like try to basically pick their entire field apart with spell cards, and then summon like one Tenpai card that attacks for games. Which is not a great plan when you're going first because you can't attack, and there's also no board yet for you to clear. But some of those cards that they use can also be used defensively. So you might do that here.
Chandra.
Yep. Chandra.
Big Chandra.
He's very good. Alright, you know a thing or two about Fadra not being able to be destroyed by battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do have an answer for it. This is sometimes the most annoying part when it's Tenpai versus Tenpai, is that Fadra is very annoying for them to deal with, but they do have an answer here in Forbidden Droplet.
Yeah. It's fine, I'm having just flashbacks.
It's okay.
I remember that green dragon.
First the green dragon.
Kazetsu. Kill it with fire. I mean, no, it's immune to fire. Damn it!
Ooh, dimensional barrier here. That is potentially gonna save them. So dimensional barrier is a very powerful card that lets you choose one of the, basically you choose one monster type between Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Pendulum. And so for the rest of the turn, that monster type cannot be summoned or their effects are negated.
Oh.
It's very good against decks that have like a very one-dimensional like playstyle. Which that, okay, no pun intended. The Tenpai deck is basically only synchros. So if you call synchro with dimensional barrier, it's very awkward for them. So they're thinking about how to respond to this. But it is unlikely that they will be able to put up 8,000 damage through dimensional barrier. It usually can't do that.
But having that sword guy would work, like, against the same deck, right? The one with the one with the animation I like. The
Crossout?
Yeah.
You could, yeah, but crossout, you'd have to have dimensional barrier in your deck too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, some people have done that.
Tenpais would have Tenpai decks would have the same kind of deck, right? Mostly.
Yeah, I mean, but not for specifically. Like normally, Tenpai doesn't play dimensional barrier because it's a trap card, and that's not useful when you're going second.
It would fudge up what you're doing too. Yeah.
That and also like you're planning on going second and winning immediately. Like there's no time there to set a trap and then use it.
Right.
And Anestis just put that in the deck because they basically predicted what they were going to play. But yes, theoretically, Crossout Designator is one of the few cards that could stop a dimensional barrier. But you'd have to have both. Like first of all, you'd have to draw Crossout Designator, and you can only play one. But you'd also have to put a dimensional barrier in your deck, which most people don't have.
Yeah.
But there was a time when Tenpai was even more popular than it is now. When it was even more powerful.
Even more popular?
Yeah. You know, I thought it was crazy too. But there was a time where like Tenpai Dragon Chundra, they could play like 3 copies of it. And it was very strong. And that was a time when people would actually play like a dimensional barrier because Tenpai was so relevant. And then some people played it for Crossout Designator, yeah.
Oh.
It was this like weird metagame where you have to like prepare yourself to go up against Tenpai every once in a while, or like very often, but then some.
Yeah.
Like a lot of decks were just built to beat Tenpai with a lot of.
I was about to say, were they just built to beat that? Yeah.
They build it to beat Tenpai, which ends up making every deck like very powerful going first.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was certainly a time. So despite that dimensional barrier stopping them from winning that turn, it's still not the worst position for Loey here. Triple Tactics Thrust could change things. So Triple Tactics Thrust, similar to Triple Tactics Talents, relies on your opponent to activate a monster before you can use it. In this case, it allows you to add any spell card from your deck to your hand. And they choose Harpy's Feather Duster. That destroys all your opponent's spell traps.
Oh.
Ooh. Now what's in there? Genroku. Alright. Okay, so the Harpy's Feather Duster will take out the field spell and the two spell trap cards behind it. That was another Book of Eclipse. So it's down to the last card in hand for Anestus. If that's a good Tenpai card, they might be able to do it. Tenpai Dragon Pydra. Hold up. That might just do it. There's a Fadra in the graveyard, so I think that does it. I think that does it.
Oh.
I think if they do it right, that does it. But I mean, even if they don't win this turn, they will definitely be fully ahead because they can clear all the opponent's cards. Because that's the thing. Sometimes with Yu-Gi-Oh, you don't have to win every turn. Or like immediately, you can also just establish control over a game by clearing your opponent's cards and set up your own board.
Right.
Which is something that at the very minimum, I haven't calculated, I haven't ran the numbers yet, but I there's a chance it might be enough this turn, but even if it isn't, they can just clear everything. Once again, they have to figure out a way through this Fadra, because Fadra cannot be destroyed by battle right now. Alright, so we're in the battle phase, and Loey Rom cannot activate anything because of Sangenpai Transcendent Dragon. Trundra is going to activate Summon 1 from the deck, which is another Pydra. We're doing 1400 damage here. The Fadra will not be destroyed by this battle. We attack it again with the Pydra. We're still not destroying it, but we're doing some damage. Now Biden Dragion comes back from the graveyard because 3 attacks have been declared. 1500 more, so we're down to 6000. This is 1000 more. Nah, this is enough. This is definitely enough. One more quick synchro, and that's going to be Trident Dragion, I'm pretty sure. There it is. This card's the reason why Tenpai can do so much damage. Because it lets you destroy other cards you control and then can make extra attacks. Up to the number of cards you've destroyed. So this can attack 3 times now.
What the frig?
Yeah. And then they also have a way to double its attack points. They won't do that here, but technically this can be a 6000 attack monster that attacks 3 times.
This is mad.
It is. I'm glad we agree.
Holy moly.
Oh yeah, so this comes back, attacks once more, and then Trident Dragion gets in for the win. And Anestus is our champion for today.
Way! Oh my gosh. Well done, Anestus. Well done, Loey as well. Well done, everybody. Gosh. Wow. It's been, gosh, it's been very cool watching all these matches. Wow.
Oh, so that
All
was
these
that was
pros.
your first Challenger Cup experience.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was so much fun to watch. It was, gosh, fun to watch with you and the Rosarians and the Schmidtlings, everybody, and the
Yeah, I hope
Master
you and
Duel.
your kingdom enjoyed watching.
Yeah. I mean, the fun thing has been like, even though like half the people are new to Yu-Gi-Oh, like Master Duel like me, we've just had a good time, you know, with the vibes, the community vibes, and learning, you know, so it's been really fun. Yeah. I've had a great time.
To hear that.
I just love watching people's like passion as well. And for, you know, games and stuff in general. So like I mean, I like learning, but hearing you like talk about your experience and your like passion for the cards and everything, it's really awesome too. So thanks, Josh.
Yeah, no worries. It was fun casting alongside you as well.
Yeah.
And, I am very glad you had a good time.
I had a great time.
That's what we're here for. That's all we're trying to do, is have a good time.
Yeah, gosh. Wow. Thank you all so much for joining us for this Challenger Cup Titan edition. And well done to the winners. Oh my gosh. So many prizes handed out. And for those who just joined in general, thank you so much for joining the tournament. And remember, these Challenger Cups happen every week. So join the Discord. And yeah, have a crack. Why not? Download Master Duel, have a good time. I've had a great time playing Master Duel, and I will be definitely playing more in my free time and all that as well. So I'm excited to play more, learn more decks eventually. I kind of want to get better at this fight when
some help with that.
Yes, please. That'd be so fun to learn more decks. Yeah. Oh wow. No, you've been a great coach, so thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome.
Yay. Nah, it's been a great time. Thank you so much, Konami. I'm like getting sad that it's like
because
like
it's over the Titan thingy.
like I thought that earlier today. I was like, oh, it's like this is the final thing. I've had such a fun adventure. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I'll leave you to say your final bits and bobs to your Schmittlings and
right,
thank
cool.
you again so much, Josh. Everybody, make sure you go give Josh a cheeky subscribe and a follow as well. Do it.
Appreciate that.
Josh has
you have a great rest of your
too.
stream and rest of your night as well. And goodbye to your chat as well. I hope you enjoyed. And it's been a pleasure streaming for y'all. And I'll leave you to it as well. So everyone, good night or a great rest of your day wherever you're watching from. And bye bye.
Yes, bye bye. Oh gosh. I still can't believe it. I'm like, wow. Wow, that was so much fun to watch. Let me go here. And yeah, that was the Challenger Cup Titan Edition. Make myself bigger. Such amazing communication. I mean, it's been great. Like, you know, having this sponsorship with Konami, and the staff have been lovely. So thank you, Konami. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And like giving me this opportunity to kind of have this big like circle of going back to and wanting to dabble in Yu-Gi-Oh, the card game and Master Duel, because like I'm not lying when I said I like wanted to find time someday to have a little dabble in it, and I'm so happy I got the chance. So thank you so much. Yay. I feel very blessed, and thank you all so much for joining me for this journey. Oh my gosh. I'm so itching to play. I'm itching to play. I'm itching. Maybe I'll play a casual game. Let's have like 1 or 2 casual games because I really I want to play. We get out of this room. Yeah. Let's do like 1 or 2 for the road, shall we? Yeah, now? Yeah, why not? Alright. Casual match. Sprite, evil twin. Let's go! We're just gonna play 1. We'll play 1. Just 1. Against Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to go first! Let's go! One more. And then we'll hit the road. Well. Sprite starter. There we go. Sprite starter! Let me bring out blue! Double D, double die. Let's go. Yes. Bring out Jet. Let's go. Special summon Jet. Woo! Yep. And then we'll bring out Gamma because that's I just like that card. Let's set this before I forget. Put that there. Put Carrot down. And then bring out Gigantic Boy. Gigantic Boy. Coming out gigantic. Wow! I love him. La 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 la. And I guess I could get a twin. Or maybe I'll get a twin on the next bit. Liz versus Chrono, Yu-Gi-Oh! Who would win? Huh. I would like to verse some of the girls someday again. That'd be fun. Would I get a twin or would I get a, like, red? Cook, Liz. Cook, I'm cooking. You know, I'll just get red out. Why'd I do that? Oh, you know what I could do? Wait, can I? Hello? That's it. And la 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 I like the music so much. um. Nom, 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 nom. La, 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 la. We're about to beat John Yu-Gi-Oh himself. Jonathan Yu-Gi-Oh. Jonathan Yu-Gi-Oh kun. She's stalling. I'm always stalling. I'm bringing the big boy out again. Hee hee. Big boy! What does that do? It's a foot. If you control a dragon monster, target one spell trap card on the field, destroy that target. What do I have even there again? Oh. Do I care about it? Do I care? Do I care? Do I care? I have to tribute a monster. Oh, you know what? I will care for now. Goodbye, Blue. Bye, Blue. See you later. Get out of here. Get out of here with your foot. Get your... Go on now, go. Walk out the door. We care. You care about my cards? Aww. Aw, guys, you care about my cards? Let's go. Oh, there you go. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do.
Elf! I put down Elf in attack mode, and I activated its effect. I'm going to bring out another elf. Because why not? I put this elf down right here. How much do I have? What does this give me again? 1,100.
Five, 6, 7. Oh.
I changed this round. And then...
No. Oh. Doesn't that make it 3,000 if I'm... Oh, no, I have to put two of these together. Yeah, why not? It's for fun. Let's go. Wow, look at the big boy. Don't speak to me or my son ever again, as these two gigantics are saying.
I activated the card!
Yay. Uh-oh.
Activators!
Oh. Oh, yeah. I'll take that. Wait. I'll tag with my little gal as well. Alright. Wow. Let's go. Battle! Wait. Attack! Attack! Eh? No. Attack! Oh. I should have attacked with the little one first. Whoops. Damn it. Yay! Woo!
I beat Yu-Gi-Oh! I beat Yu-Gi-Oh!
Wow. See that, guys? That's what happens when you believe in the heart of cards. You believe you beat Jonathan Yu-Gi-Oh! And we'll end on that high. Yay! I needed to scratch that itch so bad. I needed to scratch that itch so bad. I needed to play. We did it. Yay. Oh, gosh. But yeah, Master Duel is a free game to download, so, you know, have a crack at it. Why not? It's so fun! I've had a great time. I've had a great time. Oh, gosh. Alright, my sweethearts. My wonderful Bloodflame Kingdom, and Schmittlings, and Master Duel community, and Konami, thank you so much! Make sure you eat good noms, hydrate! Get good sleeps. And I will see you all very soon. Yeah. Happy to see you feeling better. Oh yeah, I'm feeling much better. I'm only a smidge under the weather now. And the parents are getting better too, because they caught my plague as well. Oh gosh. But thank you for the well wishes. Thank you. All right, parting is such sweet sorrow, but I will see you on the morrow. Let my voice be your strength. Goodbye. Bye bye bye. Goodbye.
Prepare your war cries! Prepare them! Prepare the war cries!